biggest names, the best talent. This is Sports Radio 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I am Ignignoct, and this is
I am
We are Moonanites from the inner core of the moon.
Yes.
All the wrong time. Had nothing to do with this, Joe.
Well, this here is Jolly Joe in the No Bell, General Manager of WQAM.
Notice I'm playing
I've been wanting to do this for some time now, but got a lot of flack about it from Neil. Why, even Roberta Flack never saw the kind of flack I got about this ingenious programming idea. At least I feel it's ingenious. Here, listen. You see, the problem here is George. His numbers are much too high. With high numbers like that, well, that means you gotta get up. You know, and do some work around here. Oh, sure, Neil's highly rated, but you need at least one of those shows on the air, if not to pay the bills with. No, sports is where it's at. It's bland, safe, humorless, and very queer. But you know, it's queer men who talk and dream of other men all day. Yep, sports sure makes life easy around here. Think I'll just stick my feet up here and enjoy the tape. You know, the only time we ever have to get up to do anything around here, well, like when there's a retarded, overpaid sports figure that holds a press conference. Well, you know what? You like my brilliant idea of using these tapes to replace George? Send your letters and postcards to the old WQAM studios located in the mezzanine of the McAllister Hotel. And good luck to you. Not that I care what any of you have to say, but it'll give you something to do. Excuse me for a moment. Hello, Joe Toast to the Town Bell. Oh, hi there, Neil. But sure. Well, that remark wasn't necessary. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have my word again. Well, like I was saying, here's my favorite on-air personality while Neil is away. George, you can open your mic now.
Thanks.
Will you vote for me? 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 Vote for me. The senator everybody loves, even though no one knows what he does. All the Democrats say, would you please be the guy who runs for the presidency? Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Oh, Barack Obama, cause we're really scared of Hillary. Oh, we really loves you, and we do too, even though we don't know much about you. No John Edwards, no Wayne McCain. We want someone with an odd last name. Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Yeah. Go Barack Obama, cause we can't vote for Hillary. Will you vote for me? 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 Vote for me.
Yes.
Well, or no. Whoa! What's with the audio here? I know, it's Monday, so we have to look at everything. See, hey, the audience loves this kind of stuff. Could you look at the Neil Studio pod over there? The what do you call it there? Good morning, Joe. I had nothing to do with that show open, Joe. Yes, we do. Just fire a gun off into the air or into my forehead, and we'll fire it off. Joe's a good sport, but he should know. See, some people think that I actually write the Boca Brian bits. Now, I do have some things to do with some of them sometimes, and I might come up with an idea and throw a line in there, or in some cases, in really proud moments, like that Poiple Veins thing. I had to drag Boca Brian kicking and screaming into that project and provide a lot of material for it. But most of the time, Joe and Maddie Bell and Greg and whoever else might be listening, it's what Boca Brian comes up with all on his own. And when Joe was suggesting the tapes, I don't know if he realizes it. He wasn't just insulting my ability, but he was insulting Neil's Joan. And when Joe was suggesting the tapes, I don't know if he realizes it. He wasn't just insulting my ability, but he was insulting Neil's judgment, because the tape thing was a dilemma. It was something that the audience hated. that management and Neil had to wrestle with for a long time until Neil came up with the idea to throw my lame ass on the air. And hey, what do you know? They hated it less than the tapes. How about if we put it that way? And I'll turn the mic on and say that. I told you it's
That's
Monday.
always a good thing.
We have to do an overhaul of our equipment in here.
Yeah, I checked half the stuff.
And so he's insulting Neil's judgment, my ability, the things that I've achieved, such as they are, and also insulting the audience's judgment, because we took like 8 polls and I gave him a copy of them, and I always win. Go figure, either by a little or a lot, but go figure, I win over the tapes. What do you know? That's why when we had those buttons for a while, we got the George Rodriguez better than tapes. It's kind of a running gag that we don't expect Joe to be up to date with, just coming in and taking control of the station. And but I just wanted to get that out there, that I had nothing to do with that show open. I didn't say, hey, Boca Brian, write a show open where you rip Joe Bell and have him persecuting me like you used to do with Greg. I had nothing to do with those either. Boca Brian just happens to like me. How's that? And comes to my defense when he feels I'm being threatened or mistreated or something like that. Maddie, you know Maddie Bell by now.
I think I do.
Short guy.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't met him.
Kind of funny
but
looking.
When I see the short guy, I kind
Like
of
me.
assume
Short
the
guy,
same.
kind of funny looking. That isn't me.
That
How's
almost
that?
narrows it down.
Maddie thinks that I write them all. So every time Boca Brian, like right now, he's got all these bits where Maddie lives in Greg Reed's pants. You notice that? And Greg Reed's always pulling him out of his pants. I had nothing to do with that. But Maddie thinks that I write every word, and that's why when I see him in the hall, he just doesn't say anything to me anymore.
You mean you don't?
What?
You mean you don't write every word?
I don't. I wish I did. I wish I could take credit for the evil genius that is Boca Brian, but I can't. Just what I said already. Some ideas here and there. Call him up. Hey, I got this idea. I'll feed him some material. I keep him up to date on what's going on inside the building, and then he spins his magic. He also works in his underwear, not unlike Neil. Maybe there's something to that. Have you noticed the pattern? Boca Brian bits are head and shoulders above anything else that we get. Every once in a while we'll get something from a national comedy service that is good, but nobody is as consistently good as Boca Brian, and nobody's bits are as good production-wise as Boca Brian. Nobody is on the edge like he is, right? Correct. Nobody else builds their beds individually. They all download karaoke beds. Todd Pettengill. There you go, Brian. I'm ripping Todd Pettengill for you. Hates him. He hates that guy. You know the one I'm talking about, or you will know by now. See, the audience, they know the names of every comedy service, every performer on the comedy service. They got it all in a little notebook there. So I wish I could take credit for a lot more, than I already do about the evil genius that is Boca Brian. But I can't, Maddie. I had nothing to do with that. The only thing I ever said about Maddie Bell is that he reminded me of Salacious Crumb. Do you know who that is?
I know the name.
You know the name?
Yeah.
Salacious Crumb is that little creature that lives on Jabba the Hutt in the fold.
Oh, okay.
Just reminded me of that one time. I think it caused Boca Brian to spit his food out through his nose. Nevertheless, Neil's on vacation. He's off in Europia somewhere, pursuing the things that he pursues. Happiness. And we're here stuck to carry on. I'm not going to talk about the Super Bowl because, I didn't watch it. But we have Chris here to do that. Chris, you're going to, we're going to miss Josh. Josh was a good co-host for me. And he has a hot Russian girlfriend. We were just, discussing that with him. That goes far. Josh could have been much less of a person, and I still would have liked him just because of Big Boobs McGee, his girlfriend, who is a nice person, pleasant company, pretty. She tolerates my lechery like a trooper. I see her, I jump all over her. I climb down her cleavage. I lick her neck. I nuzzle her. She smells
wears
good.
a hand towel just for when she meets you.
I hand them out. I have moist towelettes everywhere I go. I hand them out. Here you go. You can wipe the saliva off your neck here with this. But Josh will be missed. But we will make the best of you. You have ingredients that we will make the best of. For example, you're a sports kind of guy, so you can be our token sports representative when the subject goes there. Like when we talk about the Super Bowl, which we won't a lot, because you know why? Everybody else is. Here's something that we try to do on this show, not what everybody else is doing, not just on this radio station, but in the town. We just, that doesn't always happen, but we're going to try that. And everybody, and I'm searching through the radio stations this morning, seeing what everybody else is doing. They're talking about the Super Bowl. Mostly they're talking about the commercials, and what they're saying about them for the most part is how they weren't as good as they had been in recent years. And the GoDaddy commercial was especially a disappointment. And I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure I will. Because isn't that the way it goes? They premiere in the Super Bowl, and then we'll see them over and over and over again. So I didn't feel the need to watch the halftime show. Prince, yeah.
You know, maybe it's just me, but if you're going to do a halftime show, you should start with your own songs first.
He didn't. What? I don't.
He started. I mean, I really didn't care about Prince, so I didn't start watching from the beginning. It was on, and I was listening to it in the background.
Mm-hmm.
He started off with Proud Mary.
Okay.
Then he went into Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
And then Foo Fighters.
Okay.
And then he started doing his stuff.
I see.
I don't understand that.
How long of a performance was it, would you say?
10, maybe 15 minutes. I don't know.
That's all?
Maybe longer. I really don't know.
I mean, how long was that the only thing going on during halftime? Because I didn't watch any more of it than it took to just flip past it. I saw I would flip past and see the score changing, and I wasn't rooting for anybody. Although, I got to say this. Do we know who won the pool over there that they were doing over in the accounting/traffic office? You know the one I'm talking about.
We don't do pools. Those are illegal.
Excuse me? Are you kidding me? On a radio station where everyone has at least one personal bookie, we're gonna quibble about the legality of what we're doing?
Yeah, but I have no idea who won.
There was this big grid on the board. Christian was administering it over there in the accounting offices. And there was a big grid. And I wrote my name in a box. And I'm looking you right in the eye when I say this. I have no idea what any of it meant with regards to what I just chose.
Did they give you a copy of it?
No, man. There was this big, giant poster board on the wall. It was a grid.
Well, usually
there were numbers across the side. And numbers
it's usually 10 by 10.
Okay.
And what it is it depends on how they do it. If they could either do it for each quarter.
I have no idea.
And the end of the game type thing. So what
I didn't ask.
You pick.
Handed off $5.
I'm telling you.
Wrote a name in there.
Like the top side will be like one team across the top. The side will be a different team.
Scores.
Yeah, it's scores.
Okay.
So at the end of the first quarter, if it's 0-0, whoever has the 0-0 box wins whatever money.
I see.
Like that. And second quarter, third quarter, like that. If it's 17-14,
the
7-4.
Vertical side is one team, and the horizontal side is the other team, and that one first. And well,
it's
I
not
was
rocket science.
Right in the middle, so I don't think I won. I mean, like dead center.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It depends on how he numbered.
That would be kooky if I won that. Although, like last year, I don't know if you remember, I got into the whole March Madness thing for the first time in my life, and for the first couple rounds, I was doing all right. I was like in the top dozen there, and then it all fell apart. And I based my choices on places I had been, or if I hadn't been there, if I had had sex with a girl from there. That was my criteria.
Well, the running joke with like the March Madness is that it's never the people like, the big time, intelligent sportscasters who know everything. It's always like, the secretary who picks it because of the
people like
name.
Me. No interest whatsoever,
like that,
especially college.
I'm not a fan of college basketball.
All right. So this is what we're going to be doing this week. That's it. Nothing. I got this song that I've been mailing to people that I got off of the College Music Journal's New Music Monthly magazine, and it's good, and everybody says the same thing. Everyone has approved of it. Sean, young and old. We got young, jaded punks like Josh Cordes approved of it. 30-somethings like Miguel liked it. Old men like Suds Coleman and his wife liked it. I liked it, so we're going to play it after the break before anybody else does, because I don't think there's any other radio station playing it. But it sounds like one of those songs that's going to have mass appeal. Sounds like old No Doubt. Remember No Doubt when they were good?
Oh, yeah, that's when I heard it, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, you liked it. So far, it's got, like, rave reviews from everyone, regardless of their age, their taste, and their station in life. And I want to play it, like, right after the break, because eventually somebody's going to play it, like maybe Y100 or somebody that likes to pretend to play new music in this town. Do we know who that is yet?
In this town, I have no idea.
No. And then we'll start the show. We'll do the poll and everything like that. And then after that, tapes. 1014 on All Tape Radio, 560 QAM.
For the woman with a man in mind on W. Doggy down the street, and I'm sick of the talk of the trick that every time we meet. But I don't know why. I don't know why. Make you think something's moving across my skin, and I start to start. I want the dog that's on the lens, but I don't know why. I don't know why. Something's closing in, and I can't do a thing. No, I can't do a thing, but
maybe I do.
My face is shaking, knees are breaking, swallow this, and the rhythm is taking, the rhythm breaking, make you sing. But I don't know why. I don't know why. My mind is in an only state of screaming sin, and the moment when I relax is when the drink gets in. But I don't know why. I don't know why. Now he's back again, and now he's brought a friend, and his friend brought a hold on me. He's getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more. Getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more. Getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more. Getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no.
Yeah, nothing like bitch.
Forget about it.
Take a doggy down the street, and I'm sick of the talk of the trick that's every time we meet, and I'm sick of the talk of the trick that's every time we meet, and he's getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more. Getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more. Getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more. Getting crazy, I know, he's getting crazy, I know. All I can say is that the drugs don't work no more.
No.
No.
$10:23, 560 QAM. All right, you got your crayon ready because people are going to want to know. So maybe 3 or 4 people might want to know what that is. And it's one of those songs that doesn't have one of those titles that has anything to do with the song. The name of the song is Metro, not to be confused with the Berlin song with the same title. And here's the name of the group. Another one of these. They need group naming consultants. I'd be happy to be one. I could do that all day long. Come up with band names. Band name consultant and impresario, because here's one that you're not going to remember very soon. It's just like that red jumpsuit apparatus. It took me a month to remember the name of that. That's what we're going to go see on Saturday, and by we I mean not you. Little by little, we'll substitute the events that Josh normally goes to with this. This is something that he and I had discussed way back when we were doing shows together, is how we both liked that, at least that one song, so we wanted to go see them in We're Gonna at Revolution on Saturday night. Duh. Anyway, the Vincent Black Shadow. Huh? I don't know. But that's the name of the group. The Vincent Black Shadow. Got it? Good. Here's the poll from the weekend. The worst thing out-of-town Super Bowl visitors could discover about South Florida is, and here are the answers, 2,077 votes. We changed the poll just now, like at 9 o'clock, because that's when I like to do it, just because. I don't know how Neil does that. Well, I know he, doesn't have a family, and he doesn't have all these people bothering him in the afternoon or all evening long, so he can think about things like what he wants to make the poll and then change it at 4 o'clock so that we can get over 1,000 votes during the show, and I don't care how many votes we get on the poll during the show, after the show, or
at all.
Beside the show, or at all. How's that? No offense, Eric. It's just, he gets a charge out of watching it turn over, and the poll numbers, too. Now, the first 2 votes on the poll, which constitute 53%, kind of contradict each other. And I kind of think that's amusing. So many non-English speakers is the worst thing that people could discover when they come down to South Florida. But then in second place is they might want to move here. And like we explained on Friday during that last hour, if they discover number 1, then they're not going to apply. Then number 2 isn't going to happen, you see? We get calls like that all the time from people who are just shocked and dismayed, culture shocked and confused by coming down to South Florida and realizing that, hey, nobody speaks English down here. And they call up and they're freaking out, some of them. I moved down here, a company, I moved down here, and I tried to talk to the neighbor, and then I'll speak English, I try to talk to the neighbor on the other side, and then I'll speak English, I'll go to the store, and then I'll speak English, and how does this happen? I thought this was America. They're freaking out. And the locals just laugh, right? People like us are like, yeah? And? I thought you knew. I thought everybody knew.
Welcome to town.
Welcome to town. Here's your survival Spanish lesson, like I gave you on Friday. Aprenda inglés y no joda más. There you go. That's from Alvarez Juarez, by the way. His little survival Spanish tour. We were giving Josh some survival Spanish before he decided to, get a higher paying job inside the building here. How to pick up chicks. Were you around for that lesson?
I don't think I was, no.
Very simple, 2 words. Tango Perico.
Oh, is
I'm pronouncing it in
Spanish.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Such a smart boy. Let me read the rest of these poll results. Worst thing out-of-town Super Bowl visitors could discover about South Florida is, we already covered number 1 and 2, the quality of customer service, 177, our traffic congestion, 165, and our drivers, 163. What a coincidence that those happen to be right there together, up on the top. I voted for our drivers. They're both 2 ingredients that work together to make driving in this town a freaking nightmare under the best of circumstances. 3 in the morning, dry road, maybe depending on what part of town or what highway you're on, then it's okay. When I was repoing cars and doing the night shift repoing, beautiful. Great, you can actually drive around this town when there's nobody else on the road. There really are enough roads when nobody else is on them.
Yes, I know it well with my old schedule here.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you had to do the overnights. Those were the good old days.
Thankfully I never did overnights, but I would do like the 6 a.m. shift, so, driving at 5. There's nobody around on Turnpike.
Right. That's fine. All right. South Beach is only a few blocks, 109. I know, because we got a fax. I got an email. Oh, beautiful topless women on South Beach. Okay, that's great, but first you got to find a place to park. The cost of living, 89. Neil's callers, 69. Our local politics and politicians, 67. Our crime rate, 40. Our local radio station, such as they are, 34. Our overpriced restaurants, 25. Our mosquitoes, 16. And the gators popping up in your yards, 11. Come on, that's a tourist attraction. You know what freaked the Montana nieces out when they would come and visit? Here are girls who grew up with moose, deer, grizzly bear, wild animals, kind of all around. We would go to the woods, go on a picnic, and here would be giant killer animals all around, and they wouldn't bat an eyelash. What freaked them out?
The 2-inch mosquitoes?
No. The palmetto bugs, the aggressive flying at your face palmetto bugs. Like, you're offending them. That freaked them out. They ran from the house. They would have wrestled an alligator before having to deal with another palmetto bug flying at them. They make helicopter sounds when they're coming at you, too, don't they? Do they not? That scares the hell out of you. Tell me that doesn't just, I know you got a short haircut there, but whatever hair is on the back of your neck, tell me that doesn't make it stick straight out. You see a palmetto bug on the wall, and it's like, oh, it saw me. It's coming at you. killer dive-bombing kamikaze palmetto bug. Ah! That makes grown men screech like a woman. Well, this one anyway. 10:29 on All Screeching Like a Woman Radio, 560 QAM. I know this is dated, but we only got a chance to play it once.
I'm on my couch and now it's time for the Super Bowl. But first I need something to shove down my pie hole. A bag of pretzels and some Sun Chips and Doritos. I'll chow down till the game's over. Look out, I'm gonna snack that. Some wavy lace, snack that. Little Debbie cake, snack that. I'll feed my face, snack that. All day, snack that. I love Funyuns, snack that. Till halftime comes, snack that. Can't eat just one, snack that. Yum. Pre-game show, got a snack attack now. Eat popcorn every time there's a first down. Ice cold beer to wash it all down. Crunch so loud I can't hear the sound. It's halftime, must have to quit now. Taste so fly up on the chip now. Pick up one bag, put the other one down. Fritters no problem, bowl full of pop now. I'm on my couch, the Super Bowl is on the TV. The game is boring, so I need something that's yummy. If it's got fat and salt, I want it in my tummy. I'll chow down till the game's over. Look out, I'm gonna snack that. Crumbs on the floor, snack that. Give me some more, snack that. Don't know the score, snack that. Oh, snack that. Crumbs on the floor, snack that. Give me some more.
All right, Chris, I don't know if there's a correlation between the Relicore that I've been taking. I know, you're saying, you need Relicore? There's a story there. And the fact that I am farting like I never had in my life. And I got the scented candle over here, and I just sprayed Ozium, not just in the air, but I sprayed it on the seat, and then I sat down and kind of squirmed around on it to get the Ozium on the seat of my pants, on the ass of my
So should I
pants.
thank you now?
You want to spank me?
No, thank you.
Oh, thank me.
You.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
Don't be
Jesus
putting me in
Christ.
those
Look,
dreams.
we have our gay quota on this show already. Thank you very much. Before I forget, what's the name of the chick from the Vincent Black Shadow? And yes, they have a MySpace page.
Name's Cassie. I'm trying to find out the last name.
Cassie something or
Cassie.
other.
But she's hot.
Yeah. Chris, being the horn dog that he is, felt compelled to look up the picture of her because, I think the same thing. You hear a pretty voice, you have to, because especially if it's a song you like and a voice you like, you start having thoughts, don't you? Look, we're fleshy male men, and you hear a pretty girl singing a pretty song, a song that you like, and you immediately start to envision things like she's singing it to you. Women do the same thing with the guy singers. That's what the whole throwing the panties up on the stage and everything is all about. That's why rock stars, pop stars, whatever, that's why they get all that quim, even though they're ugly as hell. Oh, Justin Timberlake. Oh, look at Tommy Lee, for Christ's sakes.
Tom Jones?
Tom Jones. Well, Tom Jones, once upon a time, I guess, was not an ugly man. But Tommy Lee was never good. The day he was born, he was an ugly, nasty, pierced-nosed, ugly, tattooed sumbitch. And he had Heather Locklear, man. The sweetest piece of pie this side of the Mississippi in her day.
Pam Anderson before she became gross.
Anyway, so yeah. So we're doing... That's not good enough for us guys. I don't know, maybe, not to say that we're better than women, but are you going to have sex with an ugly woman just because she sings songs you like and she has a pretty voice? Because women do that all the time. Don't tell me he's not ugly. Oh, no, he's sexy, he's cute. Tommy Lee is one of the ugliest human beings. He's one of the ugliest things that the universe has ever assembled together. The ugliest collection of molecules that I can think of next to Slash. Let's face it, a lot of these rock and roll guys are ugly beasts.
That's why they learned to play an
and they're
instrument.
getting so much action, they forgot half of it already. That's how much action they're getting. But the bottom line is, go ahead, guys. You get the green light. Let me turn this pot on. To lust after, what's her name? Cassie. From the Vincent Black Shadow. Is that the name of it? Because I'm never going to remember the name of that band because she's cute. She's got a nice, hot little bod. She's got a pretty face. She's got a real pretty mouth. So go ahead. Listen to the song and start lusting after her. I totally derailed myself from what I was going to talk about. I think it had something to do with the new poll that we put up here. 251 votes on it. I wish my spouse, partner, mate, significant other, notice I put them all on there, was Rich 63. Now I'm gonna read the results here, but the people that are voting Rich, I don't think that you're thinking it through. I put that on there and I thought, everybody's going to vote for this, but I'm going to put it on there anyway because you're really not thinking it through if you're voting for Rich. But so far, that's in the lead with 63, a big lead. Next is Thinner, 33. In Existence, 26. That's what Chris voted for. Nicer, 25. Bisexual, 23. I voted for that, bisexual. Younger, 23. Better Endowed, 9. And that can go either way. We discussed that before the show. We had the committee here. Better Endowed in the case of women. We're talking about boobs. And in the case of men, because we try to be gender neutral on these polls. We try. Someone Else's. I wish my spouse was someone else's. 8. Also, Employed and Better Looking got 8. Dead, 7. Smarter, 6. Mute, 5. A different gender, 1. Wait, another gender. Yeah, 1. Famous, 1. Deaf, 0. And dumber, 0. See, dumber should have some votes. And rich should not have as many as it is because people aren't thinking it through. For example, let's just use a random example here. K-Fed. Brittany, hot, young, cute, and he had his way. See, what the people that are voting for Rich aren't thinking through is that if your mate, let's say, because we're men here, so let's use our own perspective if that's okay. Your wife has all the money. Who's walking around on their hands and knees? Who's crawling around on their hands and knees, licking boot, kissing ass all day? You understand?
That would be us.
Everyone who's in a relationship knows that there's a constant jockeying for position that goes on that has to do with who gets to get their way. I want to watch this show. She wants to watch that. I want to go to this place to eat. She wants to go to that place to eat. I want to do this today. She wants to do that. Constant jockeying for position so that you get to choose what you do together as a couple or as a family. The person who has all the money has all the control. What are you going to say? No. Oh, well, I'm cutting you off. You want some money, and you know it, even if it isn't spoken. Even if the words aren't spoken, you know, and she knows. And if the shoe's on the other foot, it's like that also. And you have to go through your manipulation techniques, maybe get a sad, forlorn look on your face, like, oh, I don't think you really love me, and I think you use your money to control. You have to adopt that posture, and it's demeaning. I thought about it. About the Rich thing. That was my knee-jerk response. Oh, yeah, Rich, it'll be great. Now, wait, I don't know. Back up. Back up, slow down. It's hard enough as it is maintaining any level of influence, especially when you have a family. You're just one of a member of a committee. Like I have 2 children, and so I have 1 vote out of 4 as far as where are we going to go today.
And you're the only male.
And I'm the only male. Now, yes, and all the men are, oh, I'm kind of a man. Oh, yeah, I could put my foot down and insist on this and insist on that. But everybody who says that, all the guys that say that, they really don't know or they're not in the same situation. Because the women will start to get all misty-eyed and weepy and this and that, and then make you feel like an oaf, make you feel like a bastard. And you don't want your little girl children to resent you, to look at you with a scowl. You want them to have a happy face when they see you. You want to have warm and happy kind of, feelings from your kids towards you, etc., and so on. Women manipulate. So yeah, you're not really thinking that through, all your people that are voting for Richard. Thinner, I can understand that. In Existence, Chris. We'll work on that for you. We'll hook you up, destroy your life. Don't worry.
Okay.
Bisexual, if I had that going on, I wouldn't care if we were dirt poor, living in a trailer, that would just be it for me, because that would solve a whole lot of problems.
Well, not necessarily.
What's that?
Just because she's bisexual doesn't mean that you would get to be there.
Whatever. See, here's one problem that it would avoid immediately. Pretty woman shows up on the TV. For example, you're there with your boys, pretty woman on the TV, everybody gets to say something about it. Married guy with non-bisexual wife, pretty woman on the TV, you don't even see her. You can't see her. You can't even notice her. Even if your wife says, hey, do you think that woman's hot? Or let me go a little bit further. Hey, I think that woman's hot. Don't you?
What woman?
That's a trap. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't notice. I was too busy looking at you. All right? But if your wife is bisexual or girlfriend or whatever, pretty woman, hey, yeah, she's pretty. She's hot. What would you like to do to her? Well, I'd like to do this and this. Your turn. All right, well, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do this, this, and this too. See? It's just one whole huge category of arguments you don't have to have anymore. You can actually be yourself, maybe. And you know what? I'm talking out my ass because I don't know. We'll have to wait for somebody to call and they have, because they're out there. I know they exist. The men I hate the most. The men I envy the most. The men that just make my insides churn. The ones that do have the bisexual wife and girlfriend. Come on. Call up. Rub our faces in it. Tell us what it's like. Ruin our whole week on a Monday. Come on. You can call. 16 till 11 on all Envious Radio, 560 QAM.
You're a busy professional man with your eye on the corner office. You've got it all. Nice car, nice house, plenty of money, yet there's still something missing. You've tried online dating, singles bars, reality shows, and even blind dates set up by your mother, but you still can't find Mrs. Right. Well, now you can stop looking. Microsoft, makers of the Husbot, now introduces the WifeBot, a life-size, Windows-based, fully functional, anatomically correct companion that simulates all wifely duties. Your customized WifeBot will arrive via FedEx ground shipping in 4 to 6 weeks, completely ready to go.
Hey, WifeBot!
Not now, I have a headache.
How'd you know what I wanted?
Men are all the same.
Come on, honey, let's just do it.
It's my time of the month.
But you're a robot!
Stop yelling at me. You're sleeping on the couch tonight, Mr. Tiny.
Mr. Tiny? You told me that wasn't going to be a problem!
We all say that. It does not mean we believe it.
Here's proud WifeBot owner Billy Snivel.
You know, things were great with me and the WifeBot at first. I mean, those first 3 months were great. The sex was amazing. Oh, I mean, the passion. But then all of a sudden, she turned into a cold fish.
You smell like a $10 whore.
What do you mean? I don't smell anything.
You are cheating on me.
Why do you say that?
When you fall asleep, I am going to slice that thing off.
What?
Men all over the world are getting their WifeBots.
I never realized a robot can divorce you and take half your money.
When I get done with you, you will be living in a box down by the river.
Honey, let's talk about this.
Pack your stuff and get out.
This is my house.
Not anymore, loser.
The WifeBot from Microsoft. Just as lousy as a normal marriage.
Hopefully my new husband will not need Viagra.
Witch.
Ass.
Banshee.
Small unit.
Hey!
And that was Todd Pettengill for Boca Brian and those who are keeping score. By the way, Josh, you might want to know this since you came in, since obviously you're listening and you heard us talking about Cassandra Ford. Cassandra Ford from Vancouver. So there's reason number 538 that you might want to visit Vancouver or move there, like some of us want to do. And I don't even care how cold it is, just to be the opposite end of the country and in another country from here. But you might want to know this here, Josh. The Vincent Black Shadow is a motorcycle. Did you know that? Thank you, whoever sent this in from Wikipedia. Not that we couldn't have done this ourselves, but you know what? I wouldn't have. Now they're in there looking at pictures of Cassandra Ford. You guys can listen while looking at the pictures of her, right? Vincent Black Shadow was a motorcycle from 1948. Thank you, Russ, for sending this in. Produced by Vincent HRD. Are you ready for some trivia, you schlubs? By the way, does your Russian girlfriend have any, Russian sisters that might want a green card marriage? I want to do a green card marriage there. You know, I got a man in China right now. We've been trying to talk him into bringing back, we want a slave stuffed with opium. That's what we want him to bring us back from China. How hard would that be to accomplish? And here's the thing, the wife, we've actually struck a commonality, a common ground. I know, mark the date on your calendar. She wants a coolie to clean and do the dishes and everything. Now, she wanted a male coolie to massage her feet, but I said this as how about, we get a female Chinese coolie that I can have sex with, but she'll also do the dishes and massage your feet. And she said, okay. Right. Whether or not she comes stuffed with opium, we'll take her. And because we're both married, our daughter has agreed to go to Maine with the chink and marry her in Maine to get her the green card. We got it all worked out. Unfortunately, my man in China doesn't want to take part in any of that. Slavery's illegal. It's we didn't ask you whether you thought it was illegal or not, or if you had a moral problem with it. Your friend, bring back a Chinese child bride. You want him to get two, Chris, while he's at it? Some subservient sure. Chinese. You have a problem with people speaking Spanish. Try to wrap yourself around Chinese.
Yeah, but Asian girls are cute.
They can be. They have no asses. It's confirmed. He's been in China for a month, and he says, I have not seen an ass Anywhere in China. They have no asses. They eat dog and they have no asses. No, he vigorously denies that they eat dog. He says it's illegal. Dog and cat is illegal, that they don't do it. But he hears that in the southern provinces, that's where they do that kind of thing. And I said, well, you're in the wrong place, man. You need to go down to the fun place. They probably had the slaves down there, too. So here's more trivia that you didn't want to know about the Vincent Black Shadow. First of all, well, trivia you might want to know. It was mentioned in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Kingdom of Fear, the motorcycle. So Hunter S. Thompson is aware of it and mentioned it. But here's the part that makes me want to heave into my mouth. The main character from the 1990s action series Renegade, starring Lorenzo Lamas, my butt. Lorenzo Lamas, hard. His alias was Vince Black because his motorcycle was a Vincent Black Shadow. Get it? That kind of ruins the whole thing. Now I'm not going to be able to say the name of the band without getting a little bit of a, like a hairball stuck in my nose.
I need to get a better name.
Yeah, I'm telling you, band naming consultants. They have radio consultants, for management that doesn't know what they're doing. So why not a band naming consultant? QAM, hello.
Yeah, George.
Hello.
Hey, George. How's it going, man?
It's going great.
Listen, this is one of your buddies from MySpace. I'm the one that's been emailing you about the Bliss parties.
Oh, yeah. You're the guy I envy most in the world. Here's a guy, goes to these parties, lots of hot chicks getting naked, doing things with each other, and he's there and I'm not.
Man, they're just incredibly... Everything you could think of happens. It's all basically girl on girl.
Hang on, I've got a razor blade in the cabinet. While you're talking, I'm going to go get it, all right?
Make sure you get the hot water going also.
Dude.
No, but the parties are insane. Listen, I got...
Can you kill yourself by sticking your head in the microwave? I'm going to try it right now.
Listen, George, I was talking to the owner a few days ago because we were both at a penthouse party.
Wait a minute, it's almost done. There it goes. There goes my head.
Listen, I got you a promo code for their website. I want to give it to your producer off the air. It's only for 20 days, but I figured you can get a better idea of what goes on.
Well, hold on. Well, no, you got my MySpace thing. Just send it to me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll send you the email and the promo code. It's a 20-day membership to the website.
Great.
For Bliss, and so you can
I'll put a plastic bag over my head and look at it.
Listen, I'm sorry I wasn't able to send you the pictures, but the last time I went, I honestly
It don't matter.
got my camera.
Listen, it doesn't matter because I wouldn't have been able to have any fun anyway.
All right. Well, whenever you get a chance to get away from your life, as you put it,
Okay.
Give me a call, hit me up on MySpace, and I'll be more than happy to find a young lady for you to take you over to the Bliss party.
Okay.
All right, take it easy, buddy.
God, he's gonna get me to giggle. QAM, hello. Yeah. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hi, George.
Hi.
Got those gay films you ordered. Do you want me to send them to the station?
Yeah. Oh, and it's going to be another one of those weeks. 4 till 11 on All Retard Radio, 560 QAM.
Esta es la estación número 1 aquí en Miami. Es mi favorita. Excelente. WQAM. Olé!
Don't run, Hillary. No, 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 no. No. Don't run, Hillary. No, 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 no. Hillary, you're a Baptist with legs so massive you make me puke. What's Rupert blowing through your putrid Hillary hole? Hillary, Democrat don't like you. Your snotty bitch attitude. Don't run, Hillary. No, 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 no. Don't run, Hillary. No, 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 no. Hillary, I should tell you that I can smell you across the room. You're an obnoxious butch boss with an attitude. Hillary, Democrat don't like you. Your powder baby blue suits, your snotty bitch attitude.
cheats on you. You.
11:02, 560 WQAM. Yeah, she's running, and they're going to run her, and I don't know what you think about any of this. Either one of those two candidates. There seems to be only two right now, Barack Obama and Hillary, and I don't think either one of them can win or will win. Not that I care, because I don't like either one of them anyway, but what are you going to do? See, the political party that I would like to belong to does not exist. It's called the Pragmatist Party. It's called, the party that does what's best for the most. How's that?
That'll never exist.
I know, there ain't no money in it, We're run by elitists on both sides. I don't want the government to spend my tax dollars giving it to people that don't want to work, and I don't want my government to spend my tax dollars giving it to people who have plenty of money already. People, individuals, or corporations, for that matter. I don't want my tax dollars going to help outsource jobs. I don't want my tax dollars going to buy a bomb to drop on somebody else. I mean, we should have some, and we should have them in storage, and well-maintained and organized, and with the inventory up to date, so that we can drop them on someone if the need arises, not the want, but the need. You understand the difference? A lot of people making a lot of money right now. A lot of people posting record-breaking profits these days. But we're not. We're hurting over here, especially if you live in Florida. And, of course, those tornado people. That's the only news going on. That and Baghdad, $145 billion for Iraq and Afghanistan in 2008, nearly $80 billion. Cutting social programs, which, we don't want to get into that. I have mixed feelings about all of that. But the legal system should be really simple, but it's not. Everybody's all up in arms. We got articles that we're posting and articles that I'm not posting. I don't know if you've noticed them. I don't know if you ever look at that. I could go through them, and possibly I will later on. You'll see, like around 1 o'clock, man, it's just, that's the brutal hour on this show. You start off, we're all high energy, we're rocking on the heels of a song, and we got stuff to say, and then by 1 o'clock, I'm just going to be tired. And so is the audience. 4 hours is just way too long on a show. And people wonder why Neil reads stories and everything like that, because, hey, it kills some good time. Especially, you notice that he reads them most often towards the end of the show, because that's when he's starting to run out of steam, too. Now, if we had a body of calls, people calling with just some material, something to say, as opposed to 4 retards out there, we might actually be able to get through 4 hours without breaking a sweat. But no, it doesn't work that way. We do have some old questions that I saved from the fax machine, like, George, what happened to Josh? We'll go over it as frequently as we have to. He got a job offer for money. They made him an offer he couldn't refuse, and he's the webmaster, I guess. Is that his title? Or at least
I believe that's what it is.
The primary web monkey of WQAM.com. And so we have Chris, which is not a bad thing. It's just a different thing. And I got upset because I don't like it when they mess with success. Say I have a financial interest in maintaining the smooth operation of this radio program, and when things are working just fine and we're kicking ass, that's not the time to go messing with things. But that's not how they work here in this radio station or radio in general. Because generally speaking, the management types, they have no concept of what the show business end of it is, or how it works, or why it works, or it's all voodoo magic to them. It's weird science. They don't understand it. Now, I thought, and I was wrong, I thought that those people were in positions of management because they were good at math. They were able to count beans really well, add columns. Apparently, not so well after all. So now I don't understand at all why they're there. In the case of this radio station, they're there because they like sports. Or rather, I should say, they like watching other men play games and then talking about it all day. They like to listen to other people talk about that all day. They like to listen to people who watched other men play games all day long and then talk about it all day long. That's what they like. And that seems to be the only common thread in this radio station with regards to the people who wear ties. So I'm the odd man out. I just can't relate to them. They can't relate to me. And on it goes until, Neil either dies, retires, leaves the radio station, and then this place will be, sucking wind just like they were before Neil came over here.
I'd just like to say ties are evil.
Yes, they are. They are. You'll see me wear one maybe during a funeral. And if I get talked into going to a wedding, which I hate going to, because I think that they're a horrible thing. Why is that funny? I said it with a straight face.
I understand
Did I not
why
have
you're
a
saying it.
deadpan face when I said
Yes,
that?
you did.
It was a straight, there wasn't a wrinkle in my face there. It was a nonplussed deadpan delivery there, and Chris is laughing. That's good. You're an easy laugh. That's great. So Josh is the webmaster on QAM, and we have Chris here, who is by his own admission a Republican. And we're going to work on that. We're going to work on his weight. We're going to work on his single status, and we're going to work on his political leanings, because he's a Republican for no other reason that he just hates minorities, and they're the bigoted party. And so we're gonna work on that.
No, see, I believe we went over this already. I'm not Robert Griefer. I don't vote only down party lines. I have my own brain.
I understand. The people that I know that have considered themselves Republicans in the past did so on reasons that don't apply anymore. That based on the Republican Party that used to be, not the Republican Party that is, because the Republican Party that is the opposite of the Republican Party as it was. The Republican Party as it was about a small central government, states' rights, and this is the opposite of that. The Republican Party that was about low spending, low government spending. This party is the opposite of that. And I could go on, but I don't want to bore the audience. They're showing these guys again.
Here they are. They were arraigned
the
last
Boston
week,
guys.
if you recall, and then they came out of the
Ad company agreed to pay $2 million in costs. Goodwill.
Talked about
That's too bad.
hair.
Yeah,
1970s.
the media was outraged and indignant.
Pretty in line, I think, with the
I loved
whole
it.
theme of the show.
Me too.
Yes.
Kind of anti-establishment.
I am ignignant.
Yes. So we will continue to follow those developments. And
see, what I especially like about this and why these guys are my heroes of the moment, and we've talked about it in the past, for some reason people in the media, the news people, newspapers, our news stations, national news entities like CNN, which we're watching right now, our local news companies, they all have this very bizarre sense of entitlement that I don't really understand, a sense of self-importance, an unwarranted ego. And it goes like this, and maybe it's because they're used to dealing with the general public and they're used to dealing with people who, for the most part, fall all over themselves to be in print or to be on camera. You understand? You'll see them, you'll watch the local news, for example, and let's say that there's an accident or a house fire or something like that, and there are no shortage of neighbors giving their 2 cents worth on the camera there. So maybe it's because of that, because people feel flattered when someone wants to put them on TV.
Put a microphone in their face and they'll talk all day.
You aim a camera at them, stick a microphone in their face, and they're delighted just because they're going to be on TV and my friends are going to see me, etc., and so on. All right, but what they're not thinking about is they're giving this person the material that they are then going to sell for a lot of money. The person with the microphone, holding the microphone, is getting paid decent money to do that. Everyone up the line from them, the guy holding the camera, the guy in the van, the guy back at the control room in the studio, the suits that walk around there, they're all going to take that footage and sell it for a lot of money, and a lot of people are going to make a lot of money based on those 2 cents that you just gave them. You just gave it away. So when people call up over here like CNN or some of the local people and say, want Neil's comments on so-and-so, Neil always says no, and I didn't understand it at first. And if Neil says no, well, then can we talk to you? And I said, well, if Neil says no, then I'm going to say no. And they get all outraged. They go, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to? Oh, I'm not going to talk to you. And see, we're in show business also. The material is precious to us also. And so I know that that has a value. Me answering their questions has a value. And they're going to take that and they're going to sell it. They're going to put it on TV, sell advertising time, make a lot of money, and they're not going to give any of it to me. So why should I give them their product for free? You understand?
Yep.
No comment. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to talk to me? What do you mean you're not going to let us in there to shoot this radio show? This is promotion. This is publicity. They get all freaked out, and that's exactly what they were doing, the reporters, when those 2 guys came out and refused to talk about anything but hair and hairstyles. I was holding my side so hard. I thought I was going to explode.
And they were doing it so matter-of-factly.
They were deadpan. They refused to take the media seriously. How dare you! I never.
Oh, Chris! How could you?
Hey, did you know you had to drop in there?
How dare you?
And it cracks me up. It never ceases to crack me up. Everyone, we get calls in here from newspapers, both of them, TV stations, all of them, national news entities. You know who's called not once, not twice, but at least 5 times since I've been with the show? The producers of the Bill O'Reilly show, the O'Reilly Factor, have called to get Neil's commentary, try to get Neil on the air on the O'Reilly Factor, believe it or don't. And once again, just like all the rest of them, what do you mean you don't want to come on the O'Reilly? What do you mean you don't want to? Like, how confusing is no? What do you mean no? No, we don't like you. We don't give away material for free. Go away.
Just walk away.
All day long. So that's why these guys are. Besides, it was just an ad campaign. What do you call it? The light brights, the light signs were up there and all over the country for weeks. You understand that they were in the Boston area for plural weeks before they were discovered by some Chicken Little.
Didn't they say it's like they were there for 30 days or something?
Something like that. And some Chicken Little saw it and freaked out and caused everyone else to freak out. Not one cool head in the entire city of Boston was able to say, oh, those are Moonanites, and that's, from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And it's even if you were not aware that they were cartoon characters from a particular TV show in an ad campaign, just at a glance, what, because it had batteries? This is what we've come to. Well, not we, because you know what? Only in Boston did they freak out and start blowing these things up. I had an idea, but I quickly talked myself out of it, like to call the Boston mayor's office and, get them on the air. Maybe call the Chamber of Commerce and ask them if they feel really, really stupid. Do you think this is going to hurt tourism, or are you going to turn it into a plus? Like, you're going to start advertising Boston, the stupidest city in the United States. Come and see local stupid idiots. You think you're stupid? Come to Boston. We'll make you feel smart. 11:13 on All Stupid Radio, 560 QAM.
Lifetime TV presents a brand new dating game where one woman must choose among 3 men. It's gay, straight, or Aiken.
Okay, Sally, you're about to meet one guy who likes girls, one who likes boys, and one who will never tell no matter how many times Diane Sawyer asks.
I'm ready.
Gay, straight, or Aiken. One single woman must figure out who's a homo, who's a hetero, and who's a manalo.
Sally, time to make your decision.
Okay. Contestant number 1. You're gay.
No.
Then you're straight?
No.
Oh, wait, I got it. You're Clay Aiken.
Bingo. You want me to sing a song?
No, thank you.
It's the dating game with a twist like no other. Unless you count playing it straight or boy meets boy. Gay, straight, or Aiken. Only on Lifetime. Television for women. And possibly Clay Aiken.
11:19 on 560 QAM. Now, we're here to help people like Clay Aiken. I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way, but this is just good advice. I'm not telling you how to live your life, Clay, and I'm not telling you how to answer questions, but here's a tip for men who are gay or might be and don't want to admit it because they're afraid that it will hurt their career. Maybe afraid isn't the right word, because they know it will hurt their career, because it will. Who buys Clay Aiken records and goes to those concerts, Chris?
I'll say girls.
What kind of girls? Young,
teenage ones?
Stupid, fat girls, really? I don't know.
I have no idea because I really don't care.
I have no idea either. It's bizarre. So, yeah, that would just crush them if they knew that their fantasy was a really, really unbelievable fantasy. As if, anyway, right? As if I'm going to get with, what's her name? Cassie. Anyway, well, she's got tattoos. That means she does it. That means she has sex. If you have a tattoo, if you're a chick and you have a tattoo, that means you probably already have had sex. And if you smoke cigarettes, too, and if you drink. By the way, they were just showing the promo, I guess, Tara Connor. Not to be confused with Sarah Connor from the Terminator. Tara Connor, the drinking, coked up Miss USA. Is that who it was?
I believe so.
Former
yeah,
Miss USA contestant, whatever like that. She's starting to make me ill. I would have had much more respect for her if she said, "Yeah, I drank, I did coke, yeah, and so did the president, and." Oh no, it's like you know what it reminds me of? It's like the old witch hunting days. The only way that you would be able to get yourself out of a jam if somebody accused you of being a witch is to confess it and talk about, you had to do a little bit of a tour and talk about how bad it was and make up a whole bunch of stories and just, oh yeah, bad, it's bad. Maybe the way you did it, you abusive bitch, the way you did it was bad. You know, but shut up. Shut up and sit down already. Ugh. So anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Clay Aiken. And here's how you answer a question if you want to maintain the illusion, Clay. Because a lot of gay guys, they really don't know how straight men talk. You know, they don't have those kinds of thoughts in their head. So we're here to help them. Now, I've never asked you this question that I'm about to ask you, Chris. I know that. So I know that you're going to answer the way that you're going to answer, all right? Are you gay?
No.
Okay. There you go. See, Clay? That's how a straight man answers that question. I don't see why my sexuality should have anything to do with anything.
Oh, so that's a yes.
I don't see that's a relative question. I don't see how that's anybody's business.
You see, all of those responses were wrong.
Didn't Rosie put him out there anyways?
Well, a lot of people are putting him out there, if you will.
No, but she basically said, why are you yelling at him for being
did.
gay?
She's a hypocritical bitch, but that's another story for another segment. We're here to help Clay. For example, and we've covered this before with Josh, so we'll do the same experiment with you. I have never seen you dating a girl, Chris. All right? And neither has Vin Diesel been seen dating a girl. And so he was asked, why are you never seen in the company of, you know, women? So let's just, I'll tell you what he said after we ask you the question. Chris, why have I not seen you with girls?
Because I'm not exactly the best looking guy around.
Okay. There you go.
Which I'm working on.
Let's pretend you were. Let's pretend you were a good-looking guy. How come I'm not seeing you with girls, dating girls? Think of something. Think of an excuse.
Because why would I bring them around my coworkers?
Oh, okay, anything. His response was, I only date women in Europe. Yeah, Chris, they can't hear that expression on the radio.
What?
Chris is shaking his head and grimacing like somebody just threw a lemon juice in his face. What? That didn't make any sense.
Look, if I'm Vin Diesel, I've got like 2 of them on my arms at every premiere I go to.
Right. Unless, of course, you happen to be disgusted by the icky, girly cooties like a lot of gay men are. Most gay men are smart enough to carry a beard around because someone in his business, also his career will be hurt because he plays these macho men type characters. So his career will be hurt if people knew he was gay. See, they know that. Hollywood has been doing that forever. And it's not like they think that someone's career is going to be hurt. They know that from experience. Because a lot of the people that go to the movies are, in the case of the men, women who moon and dream over being with that guy. And if they know he's gay, they ain't going to be inspired to do that anymore. They ain't going to buy that ticket. Whereas guys, on the other hand...
That doesn't work with guys.
It doesn't work with guys.
She's
a lesbian. I'm buying 2 tickets.
Exactly.
But there's only one of you. I don't care. I tell the wife, it's worth 3 points. Being a lesbian is worth 3 points. Even for Rosie, Rosie is a -3. If she weren't a lesbian, she'd be a -6. Right?
Okay. I might give her a -10, but okay.
Being a lesbian only helps your case if you're a woman. It only helps your case. You got to work on your mic technique. Hey, this is a $10,000 broadcasting value here for you. A little on the job training. We're going to work on your mic technique, turn it on before you start talking, and we're also going to work on your delivery and get you to stop talking like Mark Eisenberg.
I didn't know I was.
That's the machine gun burst is what I call it.
Oh,
There are 2 things that people do when they're new broadcasters, when they're unsure of themselves. I was notorious for doing the first kind of thing, and that is pitching your voice up because you're nervous and talking fast. People talk fast and pitch their voice up when they're nervous. You know what's funny? I talk that way in Spanish because I'm unsure of myself, because I know I sound like an idiot when I speak Spanish, which is why I avoid it unless it's absolutely necessary. So, but you do the other thing, and that's you try to get what you're saying out as quickly as possible because you're afraid either you don't have the confidence of what you're saying or what your voice sounds like. So you need to give each and every word its own individual respect. Every word is as important as every other word.
Well, yes, I have been known to be a fast talker.
You're a fast talker.
So
well, it's not just fast. It's
turn it down.
Each word is worthy of individual respect. Each and every word. And we'll wait. Don't think you have to rush through it. No, Neil can be incredibly intimidating. Incredibly intimidating. And people that are new on the show, they don't want to take up any more airtime than is absolutely necessary when that air is shared with Neil. So I understand that. You know what? Neil understands that too. So don't worry about it. He'll cut you off when he's tired of hearing your ass. QAM, hello.
private?
Yes, you are. QAM, hello.
And people that are new on the show, they
George.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, that poll of yours, you forgot one thing I wish my mate was.
Well?
Mute.
No, we didn't. It's on there. It's got 8 votes.
Oh, jeez.
I thought of all of it, man.
Oh,
Well, I can't say that. If there's anything I didn't think of, we'll add it on there. Mute should be doing a lot better than that, shouldn't it?
Yeah, mute. Oh, jeez.
Come on.
If my wife couldn't talk? Oh, man.
You could hear the birds singing. You know, you could hear what they're saying on TV. You could hear the rain like yesterday. The rain was playing a delightful melody in the bird bath there. You could hear wonderful, the sounds of nature.
Dude, you know what?
Maybe the sound of your own thoughts. You could hear that, too.
Yeah, but you know what the most misused phrase in my house is? Will you listen to me for a second?
Oh, it's never a second either. It's never just a second, is it?
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, shoot me now.
11:27 on All Suicide Radio, 560 QAM. We're giving away tickets to the Super Bowl.
On the next 24, Jack Bauer takes a much-needed rest after saving the world all by himself every stinking week. But who will protect us from the danger of cartoons? Why, it's none other than the mayor of Boston himself, Tom Menino.
It all started when Boston Blackie and I were on the trail of alien cartoons.
I think this is an actual alien footprint.
I knew it. They came here to terrorize my city.
We are Moonanites from the inner core of the moon.
You're not going to terrorize my city, you moody honeymooner or whatever you are.
I am Ignignoct.
Cartoons like you warp the mind of our children. Yeah, I personally never understood such things.
You will be destroyed.
Don't you think I know that?
You're going down.
The explosion will be of extraordinary magnitude.
Well, irregardless, you made my paranoia cost the city of Boston millions of dollars, and justice will prevail.
On the moon, nerds get their pants pulled down and they are spanked with moon rocks.
Hey, that guy over there, the leader of your terrorist cell.
I am Audi 5000. Ciao.
And who was it? Oh, by the way, 28 till 12, 560 QAM. We got to do that quarter-hour maintenance. That's what Walt Sable always said. Do you understand that? That's a radio term.
No idea.
See, I knew you didn't know that because you work here, and nobody here ever heard of any of these ding-dong school-type radio terms. Quarter-hour maintenance is where every 15 minutes you have to remind the audience what they're listening to because not everybody knows. Remember that commercial? I think it was for the Coast that they played here locally. And they would have somebody listening to the radio, and they would say, "What station is that?" You didn't see any of those commercials?
I don't. I
need to
might
get
have.
in more.
I didn't really care about the Coast, so.
Well, I know. Neither do I, but nevertheless, those commercials were on there. And it would always have somebody listening to the radio, and then a song would come on that they like, "Oh, that's a good song. What station is this?" And it was always the person asking the question is the person whose radio it belonged to. And I'm thinking, who doesn't know what station they have just put their radio on, or what station they leave it on when they leave it on there? So for those of you who don't know what you're listening to, you're listening to 610 WIOD. I don't get that. Like, who doesn't know? For those of you who can't look down at the dial and see that you're listening to device, I don't get it. Whatever. Quarter-hour maintenance. The kind of happy horse crap that consultants like to spew to justify the money that foolish management pays them. 26 till 12 now. I'm sorry. I can't stop. It's just it's idiotic. Like the Hogan family. They're idiotic. You know, I was just talking at the beginning of the show about the whole people from out of town come to town and they're shocked and dismayed that nobody speaks Spanish. Now, that's an oversimplification because, you know, even though you live in Kendall for some reason, you know what? Kendall is so Spanish that I don't want to live there, and I speak the freaking language. I know you're stuck. You're a victim. You're an economic hostage.
Correct.
We can all relate. But even in Kendall, which is predominantly Hispanic at this point, I'm sure that you can go through the day and find people that speak English to survive. I don't know what the percentage is. You go to stores, you do transactions while you live in Kendall.
Yeah,
in your
most
neighborhood.
of the people talking English.
Most of the people speak it. That's amazing. And on Miami Beach, you go to Miami Beach, you've been to Miami Beach? No. You know what? There are a lot of people that speak Spanish on Miami Beach. You know, most of the people speak English. Even the people that speak Spanish speak English. But here's this episode like 2 weeks ago of Hogan Knows Best. And you know, it's a setup. It's a contrived show. So terribly contrived. And the whole purpose of this particular episode is the Hogan family is going to take Spanish lessons. In order to set up and or justify the Spanish lessons, we have to show the Hogan family going to various places around their immediate area down there on Miami Beach and hitting dead ends when it comes to trying to find someone who speaks English. So that show them going to a store, the person behind the counter doesn't speak English. Go to another store, the person behind the counter doesn't speak English. Which I always thought was funny because every time they would go to a store, there are other people in the store, like behind the counter. So if one person doesn't speak English, maybe that other person over there does. Maybe you have one designated English speaker here in the store. But the favorite, funniest portion of that program is they're on the beach. They show them they're on Miami Beach. Here, here's the wall, here's the beach, here are the Art Deco buildings, and they're lost. So they're looking for directions, and they walk up to this group of brown people. And they're trying to get directions, and they're getting responses back in Spanish. Now, while this conversation, let's call it a conversation for a point of reference, while this conversation is going on, people are milling about walking past them. People of every shade and stripe. Bleached white people with super yellow blonde hair are walking past them. People as blonde as they are walking past them. Black people are walking past them. Every color, every ethnicity on the chart is walking past them across the street. But they're going to sit here with this dead-end family that doesn't speak any English to make the point so that we can set up this TV show. And I'm thinking, could you be a little bit more transparent, please? Like, all right, this group of people doesn't speak English. How about the group of people walking past you? You know, the ones with the blonde hair and the Confederate flag T-shirt? How about them? Why don't you ask them for directions?
But that wouldn't be as compelling.
No, but then, I mean, that's a great show if you want to feel better about yourself, because they got the one dumb son, well, as opposed to the one dumb daughter. Hey, come on, Hulk. Come on, Hulk. Come here and hit me.
Hey, he was in here.
And please, I know, hit me and break my jaw so I can't talk, because that's my livelihood, such as it is. Anyway, by the way, Hulk Hogan, your daughter's cute. She can't sing, she can't dance, but I'll still bone her right in front of you, and then you can hit me. How's that? And your son is as dumb as a day, as a summer day in Alaska. He's like Jethro Bodine. You ever watch the Beverly Hillbillies?
No.
Oh, God. You understand the premise?
Oh, I understand the premise. It was just never a show.
Hillbillies got rich. Okay. And the stupid nephew, Jethro, is always wanting to do something. Now that they got money, he's always got these crazy harebrained schemes. He wants to be a double-aught spy. He wants to be an astronaut. He wants to be a movie producer. Then he wants to be a movie actor. And he's always, he always meets with disaster because he's an idiot. So here comes Hulk Jr. I don't even know what the kid's name is on the show. Hulk's son.
No idea, yeah.
Dumb as a box of moon rocks. All of his mom's brains, all of his sister's talent. Dumb. At least Hulk has a personality. Besides just being a big guy, he's got a personality. He can deliver a line. He had that TV show.
And he is a very nice guy.
I understand that he's a very nice guy. No offense, Hulk. So the son wants to be a drift car racer. This was last week's episode. And it was actually a very fun episode to watch. Because here's this idiot wants to be a drift car racer. Why? Because I guess he saw that movie.
Fast and Furious?
Tokyo Drift. So he wants to be a drift car racer. I can do it. So they show the guys at the track that are getting ready to drift car race, and one of the guys makes a point. It's like, you're not going to be very well received here because a lot of these guys, they scraped everything together to get this. We could probably get Joe Costello on the phone because he's another one that, with help from his dad, but he, scrapes it together little by little to get the car going. A lot of money goes into those cars, and these guys pour everything that they own, their personal, savings into these cars and this and that, and they borrow and their friends chip in and this and that, and they show all these guys getting ready to race. These are people with ability, real racers. And here comes the super glitzy trailer, the Hulk Hogan family trailer with this brand new spiffy, shiny drift car. They pull out of it. Now, if I had had my way, the idiot son would go out on the track and crash into a wall like an idiot, not once but a couple times. I really got to send him a thank you card for hooking me up. for giving me what I asked for. Because you know what he did?
He hit the wall a bunch?
Yeah. Oh, why did I turn that down? Yeah, he hit the wall. First time, not so hard, but then, he decided to go around again. He had to qualify and everything, and, he crashed into it this time for real, doing significant damage to the car. And I thought, oh, good. That's so good. So I'm going to keep watching that show just to see what Jethro is going to come up with next. You know, when Jethro wanted to be an astronaut, he built himself like a rocket that looked like a missile, and then he strapped himself on it. I'm hoping Jethro.
We're watching too much
I'm hoping
Bugs Bunny.
Jethro Hogan. Yeah, I'm hoping Jethro Hogan does that too. Won't that be a thing to see? You know, when we come back from the next segment, we're going to make an attempt to take some phone calls. What do you think on a Monday? Everyone in this building is hungover, so I imagine that that's the case around the rest of town for the most part. Wouldn't you say? Even I am a little bit, not because of the Super Bowl and everything. I was watching Rome and the L Word. Hey, lesbians.
It's all there.
What a stooge show it is, too. You know, it's like, that's how much you got to really like lesbians to endure the script and the storylines, such as they are, that they inflict upon you in the L Word. You know, they got Marlee Matlin, the deaf chick now. She's a lesbian. Sybil Shepherd, she's a lesbian. Kristana Loken, the Terminatrix, Blood Rain.
Ah, yes.
She's all 6 feet, luscious 6 feet of her. 6'1", whatever she is, 5'11". Guess what?
Lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
Show's sounding better and better.
Yeah. The L Word. You know what the L for is, right?
Yes.
Licking. 101 people want their spouse, partner, mate, significant other to be rich. You're not really thinking it through. See, I put employed on there, and employed only has 12, you see. Employed is a little bit better for 2 reasons. One, obviously, more money coming in. Second reason, they're out of the house. They got something keeping them busy. They got something going on that makes them relate to your situation, having to go out and make money every freaking day of the week. That's called common ground. Now you can relate to each other. Now, when you come home having a bad day, they can understand it because they can relate to what it's like to go out there and work. And we got a lot of female coworkers here in the building. I always have to do that disclaimer. Not talking about you, just talking about spongy women that sit at home and whatever.
This isn't a personal type of a thing, is it, George?
What? 58 people want their spouse to be thinner. 44, like Chris, want them to be in existence. Nicer, 36. You know, nicer should be doing way better than that. If I can't have the bisexual wife, how about nicer? And then bisexual right behind that, 35. You know, the wife's been actually being nicer lately, and I'm not sure what it is. It's scaring me. I'm a little bit freaked out about it, Chris. If I don't show up to work one day, if I turn up missing,
call the cops.
Call the cops and tell them, you know, to put the wife on, hook her up to the polygraph machine. She'll blow it up. Younger, 27, someone else's, and better endowed, 18. Better endowed means whatever you want it to mean. Better looking, 14. Employed, 12. 10 each for dead, mute, and smarter. A different ethnicity, 7. I don't even know what that means, but I put it on there anyway. They're black, you want them to be white. Yeah. They're Hispanic, you want them to be Irish. Heavier, 4. That's you know, guys that are married to skinny bitches. What do you do with that? Blind, 2. Another gender, 1. That's Clay Aiken. Famous, 1. How come famous only has 1? Rich is all the way at the top and famous is all the way down at the bottom with 1. And no votes yet for deaf or dumber. And I don't mean dumb, we already have mute on there. Dumber. See, people aren't thinking about that either. See, my wife is really, really smart. Makes it difficult
for you to get things over.
You can't get anything over on her. She's smart. She's clever. She has a vocabulary. Finally used a word yesterday. Was it yesterday? Saturday. For the first time in our relationship, and it's 19 years-ish. For the first time, I said a word that she said. What does that mean? I don't understand that. First time in 19 years. The word was?
Love.
Legerdemain. 16 till 12 on 560 QAM.
Please welcome Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates.
Exciting. Windows Vista is key to the era we have today. What kind of innovations are we talking about? The machines could barely keep up displaying the text. The Windows could barely fit in memory. 800 things that they wanted us to change. Well, the best way to understand all the enthusiasm that you're hearing from Microsoft is to actually see the product running. Something's not working. Let's take a look at the frustration.
So, you get your Vista yet?
Not yet.
All right. What's new? Do you know what's new about it?
It's supposed to have some
XP
new...
was just fine. I know they do this all the time, and let's not start a controversy, shall we? I guess I'll be getting Vista at some point eventually somewhere, probably stealing it if I had my way, just because Bill Gates has enough money.
So if I wasn't getting it free, I wouldn't be worrying about it.
I'm not worrying about it. XP working just fine. We have a suggestion for the poll. We're going to modify it slightly, and we already stuck it on there, right? For the poll, I wish my mate was 3 feet tall with a flat spot on her head to rest my beer. Well, we don't have to put to rest the beer on there. We all know what the flat spot's for. We've known that since we were teenagers. So I added the rest of that, which is no teeth. 3 feet tall, flat head, no teeth.
And it has a vote already.
And it has a vote already, yeah. And I think it will zoom up to the top. You'll notice that the I hate this poll option isn't on there. I don't put that on there when I do the polls. You know why? Because I hate those people. If you hate the poll, go take a flying leap. Get off the website. Go find a life. Go look for some action. Go do something somewhere. Go find something that you don't hate, if that's possible, and interact with that. Off you go. Fly, be free.
The people that vote that to go find something they don't hate, they'd have to just crawl in a box.
It reminds me of that Geico commercial with the button and the cannon. The guy, press this to have your own head blown off. Some decisions are easy. It's just like I don't get it, and I don't want to get it. All right, I want to get away from those people is what I want to do, and I don't want to accommodate them. You hate the poll? Off you go. QAM, hello. Gilbert. QAM, hello. Gilbert Solomon, retard.
How you doing, George?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about just happier?
Hey! You're speaking to my soul. Let's put that on there right away.
Because
how about happier?
I'm fine. It's just that she's moodier than crap.
Dude! And I'm not talking about my own personal situation because, lately, for some reason, and I don't know why, things have been all right. But yeah, because I know where you're coming from because you do your best. I know you do your best. I can hear it in your voice.
That's it.
Right? You do your best. When is your best going to be good enough?
Thank you very much.
There you go.
There you go.
Honey, I'm really doing everything that I can think of. Why is it never enough?
Yeah, that's like I told her one time. I said, you could be a millionaire and you still be miserable.
Hey, listen, when Al Goldstein was a millionaire, and we would do the parties, and there would be other millionaires there, you'd think that they wouldn't have these problems because they have all of the money that your wife wants you to have. And guess what? Their bitches aren't happy either.
It starts at within, man. If you ain't happy with yourself, forget it.
That's it.
Forget it.
Excellent choice, sir.
See you, bud.
Thank you very much. Right there. Not that we want to be all serious on the show, ever. But right there. I can feel his pain. QAM, hello. Hey, stop listening to the radio and listen to the phone.
Hey.
Hi.
Friday you made some harsh statements.
QAM, hello. Hello. I should probably give the phone numbers out. That would help. QAM, hello. Now, are you the same guy as Opera Man? Because I like you better when you're Opera Man. All right. Especially when you make up a good song. All right? All right. 5670560 in Dayton Broward. Pound 560 is free if you have singular. Do we stop calling it singular, or merging with AT&T? Is it still singular?
I really have
Until
no idea.
we're told otherwise. And Verizon Wireless, pound 560, free calls for you. 877-785-6345 is the toll-free out-of-town line. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hi.
QAM, hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Is this Neil?
No. You want to talk to? You want to hold for Neil?
I want to talk to Neil.
What do you want to say to him?
Goodbye.
What? QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hello?
QAM, hello. No time for you.
Hello. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I just want to say, I think that guy, Chris, is, needs to get his facts straight a little bit. Maybe you guys don't like Prince. That's cool, whatever. But he did open up with his own songs, and he kicked some ass. So,
right.
Whatever, dude. All right, bye.
Get your facts together, Chris.
He opened up with Proud Mary.
All right.
And then he went to All Along the Watchtower, And then he went to, I forgot the song from Foo Fighters. And then he went to his stuff.
You know, the good part about arguments like this is that it's all easily verifiable. Those are the kind of arguments that, I like to take part in. It's something where you can look it up and decide who's right and who's wrong, as opposed to that whole religious thing, which only comes down to who can shoot fastest and straightest, because that's the only way we're going to solve that argument. QAM, hello.
Hello, is it George?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to ask you, you seem like more loose when Neil's not there, and the show is a lot better.
Uh-huh, thanks. QAM, hello. You believe that? QAM, hello. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
George.
Yeah.
Yep.
QAM, hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Almost.
How we doing today?
We can round it up. I don't care.
Okay. Hey, I heard you giving a lot of props to Boca Brian at the beginning of the show. And
Sure.
He really is something special for us down
And since I have a good memory for some reason, I don't know why, I remember his old Casio keyboard days. And here's a guy that has grown along with us with the show. The material has gotten better. The production at the moment is professional quality, better than anything that the pros are doing. It's right there with music industry quality production is what he's doing right now.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have some of his really old stuff? Some of the first
yeah.
stuff
For reference, you know what? I'm
gonna
gonna like right out of 12. I'm gonna play something really old from Boca Brian, so that you can hear the tinny crappy. I mean, the material is there. You know, he's still rhyming, and it's a funny bit, but it's as cheesy sounding as anything can possibly be, because that's all he had. He was doing it on his lap on a Casio keyboard.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the growth. I've really enjoyed it over the years.
You're one of the old timers.
Yes,
one of the veterans.
Well, I like KJ too.
Absolutely.
He's another old timer.
Yes, I like KJ's wife. She's hot. She has giant cans.
You know what's
She
cool
smells
about
good.
What's cool about him is he actually performs that stuff live at nightclubs around town.
Yeah, no, I think he's still performing at the Mental Ward. If he'll verify it, or if his wife will, I'll give him a plug. All right?
All right. Hey, George, you're great.
You're sweet. Thank you so much. 3 till 12 on All Sweet Radio, 560 QAM.
560 WQAM.
Every year we get Canadian tourists coming all at one time. And it wouldn't be quite so bad if they would learn to drive. Out on the beach you'll see Canadians who weigh 300 pounds. They run around with the Speedo on and their perfect hanging down. They old, they cheap, and they ugly. Yeah, they're old, they're cheap, and they ugly. Yeah, they're old, they cheap, and they ugly.
How's that for tinny sounding and bad and muddy? And did you hear the phasing in that? Could you hear that on your radio? We could hear it here in the studio. It's kind of up and down, and he brought that in on a cassette tape that was probably already used. You know, one of those ones where you put the tape over the broken off tabs there and reuse it. And that's how we used to get stuff from Broca Brian, and a lot of other people for that matter. And my, how he's grown. You should see a studio someday. It's pretty. At least the equipment is pretty.
I mean, it's like newish?
It's newish. He's got newish kind of stuff in there, fancy equipment and everything. We don't, and hopefully we never will, do another Best of Neil CD for charity kind of thing. But I would always have to, produce them, going back to the very first one. And part of that process is listening to it with headphones, the demo before you send it off to be reproduced, to be mass-produced. You have to listen to the demo and listen very carefully to make sure that there are no pops and ticks and things like that. And, listen very intently. Clear everyone out of the room, sit there with headphones and listen to it. And you can really hear the difference between now and then. And you can really hear the quality. I mean, the layers, the ambiance. He goes to way more work than he needs to for something that's going to be played on AM radio, but he does it because he cares. He does it because that's the kind of crazy, kooky guy he is.
Because he's a professional.
Because he's a professional, because it's going to have his name on it, because he wants it to sound good. And that's admirable. Thank you, Brian. We love you. Mwah. QAM, hello.
Jorgito.
Demon Ming.
What's up, man?
You tell me.
Hey, tell your boy off. He doesn't know where the hell he's standing, man. Prince started with, I think, Let's Go Crazy. And then he went into all that old stuff like Proud Mary. I had to once he got into Proud Mary, I turned it off. Because I said, if he sings Little Red Corvette, I'm going to puke.
Really?
I mean, I liked Prince when I was in high school. I think, you know, the Super Bowl, they want to make it this international kind of spectacle. They could come up with somebody like from this millennium, not last millennium.
Millennium?
I mean, you know, some artist from like Fergie or something or something.
Hey, that would have been nice.
I mean, hello.
I don't dislike Prince. Wait. Okay, keep going.
I mean, oh no, not that. So if he can look it up if he wants to, but yeah, he did start off with his.
No, it's more fun having people call up, rip him, and correct him, and take insults just because he had a song order wrong, for Christ's sakes.
No, but you have. This is the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
You got to get it right.
Okay.
Later, man.
All right, take it easy.
I guess I missed the first 30 seconds flipping channels.
That'll teach you. That's something for your little notebook here. Things to know about doing this kind of a show. You don't have to be wrong much, and you don't have to be wrong by a lot. You can be wrong about the least important thing in the world, and you can be just slightly off, and that will load the lines up. You'll generate 20 emails and 5 faxes if you just mispronounce a word or say one misstatement. There are people out there just waiting. This is what they live for, just waiting for you to say something wrong and screw up so that they can call up and correct you. Makes them feel special. Ugh. You know, I got it all.
Are you trying to kill me?
If I tried to kill you, I'd piss you off and then run up a flight of stairs. QAM, hello. That's a tight joke. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. Don't worry, Chris. I'll manage.
Hi, Dick.
Yeah. QAM, hello.
Hey, I would have liked to see Shakira out there, but we're not.
Dude, that would have been great.
But no one with boobs is allowed to do a halftime.
Apparently
show
not.
again.
That's the new policy now. No one with anything that might come flying out and offend anyone.
That's right. So it's going to be guys,
And you know what?
guys.
Now that you mention it, Prince is kind of gender neutral, isn't he?
Yeah, but those two chicks in the black that were dancing around there, whoo, baby.
I missed it.
Smoking.
On purpose.
Go back on your TiVo and watch it. I did.
I don't have TiVo. Not here anyway. You know what? TiVo will get you busted, man. It's like TiVo will tell your wife what you've been watching after she goes to sleep.
Hook that thing up to a DVD burner and you're set to go.
All right.
We're giving that word. For Christ's sake, you guys got all the money.
What was that?
When's your show on? I'm going to listen to you. We got all the money. That guy's funny. You know, Prince is like 5'2", since we're talking about him. So since we added that 3 feet tall flat head and no teeth, which has 2 votes already, understand that that's an average height that we're putting on the poll there. For Prince, she'd have to be, 2 feet tall. For me, she'd have to be 2 foot 6 inches. For Maddie Bell, she'd have to be 3 inches tall. For Kim Bokamper, she'd have to be 5 feet tall. You understand that we're averaging things out here.
He is a perfect example of when you're talking about how, rock stars get all the chicks no matter what.
Right.
He's been with Apollonia.
Right.
Sheena Easton.
Sure.
Sheila E.
Yes.
He's got these 2 hot chicks.
Don't forget,
I know I'm missing other people.
Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles.
And he's got to be one of the most...
He bangled her.
Female, males-looking people out
there. He's androgynous. He's completely androgynous, but you're right. You're right. If you're in a band, and we're not the first ones to say it or the first ones to observe it, if you're in a band, you could be Quasimodo. And you're going to have all the action that you can possibly handle. You're going to need to get help from your entourage. QAM, hello. Hello.
Oye, Jorge.
Dima, Maine.
I was looking in a dictionary for this word, dweeb, and it had a picture of you right next to it.
Wow, that is clever. I haven't heard that joke since grade school. Did you have help with that?
What does that mean?
What does it mean? It means you have no material, life, or imagination. That's what that means. QAM, hello.
Cunt.
QAM, hello. QAM, hello. Hello.
Is Prince a black or Asian or what?
I beg your pardon?
Is a Prince a black? He's black, right?
Mostly black.
I don't know.
His father was black, but then his mother was one of those mixes. She's got a little bit of black, a little Hispanic, something a Puerto Rican.
Not sure.
He's a mixed bag, not unlike Tiger Woods. There, he's a goulash. He's a
I'm
bouillabaisse.
not sure if he's black or Asian.
Yeah.
I think
Well, you need to work on your fake voice there. QAM, hello. Pardon? You know, we try to help the cranks also on this show. You know how we're giving you broadcasting instruction? And I've been telling the cranks for years now, if we don't understand what you're saying, no one can enjoy the call.
Was that like tribal Swahili or something?
If it's a shot, we would like to appreciate the shot. You know, how are you gonna get us if we don't understand what the hell you're saying, and if the audience doesn't understand what the hell you're saying? And it can be in a whole bunch of languages. You know, we've got a few covered between the two of us here. QAM, hello. Genius. Brilliant. QAM, hello.
Is Beaner Boy still alive?
QAM, hello. Hello.
George?
Yeah, wow.
Hi, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Good.
You know, I hear that voice, my nipples just get rock hard.
Oh, well, I'm in love with you, too, so
Excellent.
I love your voice.
Let's have, you know, you've heard of phone sex. Let's have radio sex. Well, we'd lose the license. So let's
Radio sex, that's a good one. I like it.
I don't think it's been done.
No.
Talk dirty to me, and I'll crank out a batch.
I just tuned in for my lunch hour, and I don't know if you talked about it, but Rex Grossman looks like he should go back to dental school.
I don't know who that is.
Do you think he's toast?
No. Toast works here in the morning.
Yeah, but
Is that a jock, Rex Grossman?
That would be the quarterback of the Bears.
I see.
Yeah.
Missed it. Oh, yeah, bad teeth. Yeah, baby.
I mean, the first quarter was kind of fun with all the fumbles and the snafus, but real boring after that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it down. Why did we put happier in capitals on the poll, just out of curiosity? Just one of those things? It's already well, it's got 3 votes. You know what? It's actually moving up the poll faster than that whole 3 feet tall, flat head, and no teeth, which I thought would just dominate.
Well, it's capitalized because usually Neil does it, you know, the capital
I know.
first,
You know what?
and I just
Me
automatically
too.
went into that mode.
Usually I do it too, but since this one completes a sentence, I just kept it not. But don't worry about it. QAM, hello.
That was too fun.
QAM, hello. Hello.
George, what's going on, brother?
You tell me.
Hey, listen, man, I gotta disagree with a lot of people that have been calling this morning about the Prince deal.
All right,
listen, man.
Wow.
I'm a musician, and to play in the rain, first of all, is amazing. But he was just awesome, bro. He was so awesome. The highlight of the show, and I love sports, but he was the highlight of the Super Bowl, hands down.
Because I just said, I was in Montana. We had one drive-in and one walk-in. They were never opened at the same time. The drive-in was open during the summer. The walk-in was open during the winter. The same guy owned both of them, and he didn't want to compete with himself. You could follow that logic? They would show 2 movies a night in each place. The earlier movie for the older type crowd, an artsy-fartsy PG, a little bit more family-oriented, and then some sort of R-rated fare afterwards at around 10 o'clock. All of the youngsters would go to that show, and we called it The Show. And we would talk like this: hey, are you going to the show tonight? There was only one show in town, and that was it.
Now, was there a show every day of the week, or just like a Friday or Saturday?
No, yes, every day of the week. Sometimes on the weekend they would have like a special thing, but nothing really scandalous like Rocky Horror or anything like that ever showed up there. But we were a captive audience. If you were a male or female, if you were dating, if you were of the age where you were a carouser, a teenager between the ages of, say, 17 to 21, well, that's not a teenager, but you understand, if you were the going out at night, there was only one thing to do. So you saw the show, whatever it was, you saw it, because what was showing wasn't as important as just getting out of the house and getting there, because people met up in the lobby. You would sit in a cluster, etc. and so on. And so there we are watching Purple Rain, and at least we got some boobs. And here's another thing. And I thought, because it was part of the plot of the movie, you saw it. You didn't see Purple Rain? You saw it.
I saw
Miguel
it many
didn't see
moons
Purple
ago,
Rain.
yeah. I saw it on
All right.
cable.
I'm so late for the break, but I don't care because I get to do this. Hang on. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to play Purple Rain. I thought you knew better. No, I'm searching for something. I don't know if I have it in here. I don't think I have it. You need to put some filler music in for when I'm searching for music, Chris. I don't know if you keep any handy. Oh, yes. The plot of the movie is that Prince and the Revolution were underdogs. And the stars at the club where they were working were these people. And I'm watching the movie and going, oh, yeah, these people are way better than Prince. Yeah, I'm thinking that as I'm watching the movie. I said, well, Morris Day and the Time, they're playing some funky, fun music. This Prince stuff, it's crappy. I think Morris Day and the Time way better than Prince. But then, as the movie progresses, Prince and the Revolution kick their asses. That's why it's designated officially as a science fiction movie. Yes. And that's all we're going to play. 12:15 on all Morris Day and the Time Radio, 560 QAM.
3, 2, 1. Listen up, y'all, 'cause this is it. The Donald is singing, and it's delicious. Trumpalicious definition, guy who's kinda loco. Got lots of money, married a hottie, Rosie's a fat homo. Don't you try me, you can't buy me. I am cheesy, kinda sleazy, and I don't like slobs like Rosie, and I'll never say I'm sorry. Trumpalicious. Trumpalicious. Yeah, I can be vicious, and I am quite ambitious. If you say I am fictitious, you can kiss it. Trump's wrong. I don't take lip from big pigs, and my hair is not a wig. Do you hear me? Do you dig? Trumpalicious. I'm hot, Trumpalicious. See Melania's rock, Trumpalicious. Everyone wants what I got, Trumpalicious. Nasty. T to the R to the UMP, I am so nasty. T to the R to the UMP, I am so nasty. T to the R to the UMP, I am so nasty. T to the R to the UMP, I am so nasty.
See, there's an example. Let's say you had the female equivalent. You were married to the female equivalent of Donald Trump. This goes back to the poll over here. And what's in the lead is rich. You wish your spouse, mate, significant other was rich. Well, again, you're choosing rich, not pretty, young, thin, etc. and so on. What if your spouse is a disgusting, fat, hairy hog that's rich? Now you got to kiss that ass or she's going to cut you off of money. You understand? These people haven't thought it through when they vote on the poll. Oh, yeah, rich, I'm going to be in the money. I'm in the money. You're not going to be necessarily in the money. Not necessarily. You're going to have as much money as they're willing to share with you if it's their money. And what you're going to have to do to get that money is going to be up to them, not you.
That's why you get married in Florida. You get divorced a year and a half later. You get half of it.
Well, let me tell you, anybody, I don't know, like, I guess there's people that are still dumb enough to do it. Rich people that get married without a prenup, like, what are you thinking? They're not, obviously. There's the answer to that question. They're not. We got Jim Mandich, speaking of rich, coming up at 2 o'clock. Well, he's rich. It's all relative by our standards. You know, I don't know what he's voting on this poll over here because he's got money and his wife is hot.
You've seen her?
Oh, yeah. Mrs. Mandich, hottie. I know I'm not going to say anything disrespectful because, he works here in the building. He knows where our studios are. And in his own words, that son of a bitch is huge. You've met him, and, he's, like another boat camper, man. Freaking giant. Although, who's bigger than Boat Camper, quite frankly? When Kim Bocamper shakes your hand, it's like when a normal person shakes a baby's hand. You just smother the whole hand there, half the forearm. That's how that goes. 5670560 in Dayton, Broward, pound 560 is free. If you have Verizon or Singular, 877-785-6345 is toll free everywhere else. I interrupted myself reading the schedule, tangenting about Jim Manage's wife. The Power Hour with Hank and the Mad Dog, 4 till 5. Then it's the Hank Goldberg Show, 5 till 7. And then Ed Kaplan in the evening, 7 to 10. No games tonight?
I guess not.
We got Panthers activities going on, but not till tomorrow. And what then? We got Canes. I'm just reading through on the schedule. You'll notice that on the schedule, the games are in bold print.
Yes, they are.
Implying their overwhelming importance. they're much greater significance than anything else that's going on the radio station, than anything the host might be going. Speaking of the poll, let's check it out. I wish my spouse/partner/mate/significant other was richer. That's in the lead, 123. By the way, the poll is on neilrogers.com. Don't look for it on WQAM.com. You can go to WQAM.com and check out Josh Cordes' handiwork. Absolutely. We have contests. They've got stuff, all kinds of revenue streams associated with that website that you can throw money into and help the station make some money. The NeilRogers.com website, on the other hand, has this fun poll, a few pictures that haven't been updated for, 10 years, and lots of stories that are updated daily. Please read them. Click on them at least. Pretend like you're reading them to make us all feel good. Moving along with this poll over here. Thinner is in second place, 67. In existence, 55. Notice I didn't say alive because we didn't want to be all maudlin and stuff like that. In other words, you wish you had one. You wish you had a mate, a spouse, a significant other. Since you are a single man with no one, don't do this. Fat, ugly guy like you might be inspired to just grab onto the first piece of flesh that avails itself of you. Don't do it. Don't do it. There are worse things than dying a virgin. All right? I'm warning you.
I don't have to worry about that.
Okay. My one fat friend died a virgin. I've had more than one fat friend who died, so I got the one down here died a virgin. And there are worse things. I just got to say. Nicer, 41. Bisexual, 40. Younger, 30. Someone else's, 25. Those are bastards right there that are voting for that. They want their spouse or mate to be someone else's. There's a hateful bastard. Better endowed, 21. Employed, 15. That should be doing way better. Better looking, 14. 12 each for dead and smarter. There's some venom. Mute, 11. Happier, 10. A different ethnicity, 7. 4 each for heavier and 3 feet tall with a flat head and no teeth.
Now, which was the one that you voted for?
Bisexual. Blind. I got this thing about
yeah, we know.
lesbians and threesomes, and you know what I call it? I call it normal. I call it being normal. A normal man. Blind, 2. Another gender, 1. Famous, 1. Deaf and dumber, 0 each out of 495 votes. Why is famous all the way down at the bottom with 1 vote and rich all the way up at the top? They usually, not always, but they usually go together.
Because people see rich right away. It's already at the top. It's the first one there. Oh, I'll take that one.
There you go. You just figured it out. We can just go home now. 1226 on We're Out of Here Radio, 560 QAM.
George got away again, Greg.
Not to worry, Joe. Why, I have another foolproof plan that simply can't fail.
This is Greg. He's a consultant. He's smart. He's my friend.
Hello, listeners. I am the ingenious Gradius Redius, and I've developed a hatred for Cubans from Montana that don't like sports. My loyal supplicant, Joe, here, will assist me with apprehending the ever-elusive Jorge Rodrunner. And now, Joe, help me with these wings I ordered from Acme.
Here you go, Greg. Oh, and here's your dynamite.
Now, all I have to do is position myself directly over the Rodrunner and drop the dynamite. I'm off. Look, I'm flying. Gee, I think I'll just spend a few moments just gliding around. Now, when the Rodrunner passes by this time, all I have to do is release the rope holding this anvil. Yeah, I don't understand it. Let's see. I release the rope, yet... Yeah, now here's where simplicity trumps complexity. Painting a fake men's room door on this brick wall would fool anyone. Now, how did it... Now, how about that?
I had nothing to do with that bit, but I liked it because it was 2 minutes long, at least, and had a lot of cartoon sound effects that us overgrown children like a lot. QAM, hello. Hello.
Plus years.
This ought to be good.
Chilling Arctic cold wave. This really is one of the...
Mm-hmm. Did we catch it at a bad time? We'll come back to you. QAM, hello. Hello? Yes, you are. QAM, hello.
George.
You don't think these Super Bowl people are still in town, do you? The Super Bowl
Hey,
tourists?
George.
Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you like new music, to hear new music?
I like to hear new music, yes.
Okay, how about Bag of Tricks? Can you, I just want you to hear Bag of Tricks. It's BAGA, bagoftricks.com.
All right, you're not going to, send it to me?
No, I want you to look it up when you have free time, you know what I'm saying?
Free time?
No,
You're
for real.
funny.
No, you'll like it. It's like a reggae, rock and roll kind of.
Like it? Okay. Yeah. Bag of Tricks. I wrote it down, and 5 minutes after you call here, I'll have forgotten that I wrote it down.
No, well, bagoftricks.com. That's easy.
All right. No,
Felix the cat. Felix the cat. You know, like
Felix, yes, sure. I have Felix the cat. Lots of it.
Yeah, him.
All right.
All right, thanks.
And then Felix the house cat.
I think it's Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat.
Wonderful Bag of Tricks. Look, just burn it onto a CD or send it or stick it into an MP3 file and email it to Jorge at neilrogers.com. Chris calls me Jorge all the time. You and the Kraut that we have running around here, the sales guy. Now, I know why he does it. You probably do it the same way because you're a bigot and you like to remind me that I'm a spick every chance you get. Isn't that it?
Sure.
So that's his problem. So now, I don't know if you noticed it, but I only speak German to him now. Harry?
I don't know.
I call him Heinrich. He has a German last name. I always thought it was funny. Like, because... It's funny because nobody calls me Jorge, generally speaking, unless they happen to be speaking Spanish to me. You understand? Everybody else knows me as George. It's been that way my whole life. But every once in a while, and he doesn't just say Jorge, but he goes, ¿Cómo está, señor? He goes, Señor. Señor, ¿cómo está, señor? Every time. Like, every time he's, if it had been like the first couple times or every once in a great while just to be different, because, when you see people in the hall all the time, you don't want to say the same thing over and over again. Not Harry, not Heinrich. So he's got a Kraut last name, so I'm trying to remind him of his ethnicity every chance I get, since he likes to remind me of mine. Because that's what I'm thinking in my head every time he goes there. And I go, oh, why did he just say, hola, senor, and call me Jorge? And I'll go, oh, yeah, I'm a spick. Oh, I forgot. And I got Heinrich here to remind me. I'm a spick. I should just put shoe polish on to... so that I never forget. I just look down at my arms and, instead of white, I'll see brown, and it'll make me think, oh, yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to communicate on, your original language.
But I was talking to some of the Jews that we have that work here, like all of them.
Some of?
Yeah. And I, like, for the Beast, for example, I said, if you knew somebody and every time that they talked to you, they referenced Judaism in their greeting or in their statement every single time, would you wonder about that? And he said, yeah, like if you saw somebody and everything, hey, shalom, every time you saw somebody. Wouldn't you wonder about that after a while? It's like, yeah, man, yeah, I'm Jewish. Congratulations for, noticing. What's up with that? Wouldn't that, make you cock your head to the side a little bit?
Like, what's wrong with that?
Like, you're Irish. Somebody talks to like a leprechaun to you every time. It's like, yeah, I get it. I'm Irish. I get it. QAM, hello. Let's try this button. QAM, hello.
Jorge.
Dime.
What's up, buddy?
You tell me.
Hey, man, I got two really, really small requests. The church lady from the wife swap, that drop you have from her.
Which one? We have many.
Yes.
And
Margaret.
the other one.
Margaret.
She is dark-sided too.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one that we all love. Ready?
Yeah.
Gargoyles, psychics, everything's ungodly.
Now, check this out.
Get the hell out of my house. In Jesus' name, I pray.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm a God warrior.
In your opinion, is
She's
Neil
not a Christian.
Is Neil a cheap guy, or does he spend a lot? Is he thrifty, or does he spend money?
He's a big spender.
Like if he flies.
Listen to me.
Class,
First class. He's a big spender.
Big spender.
He would have much more money now. He's very generous. Not only does he spend the money that it takes to get the things that he wants, but he's also very generous with the people around him.
All right.
I just didn't know his
All right.
personality. I'm not writing a book or anything.
No,
I'm
no.
Curious, man.
What?
You know, I don't know if he spends his time in 5-star hotels and first class.
He
plane
doesn't.
tickets.
He doesn't see. It's just right. Like if I were a rich man, I would probably be that kind. Like I wouldn't have a Rolex. I wouldn't have gold and jewelry and baubles. I would look like a normal schmo, like Neil does, and I would spend the money on things that are important to me, like good food, good accommodations, things like that.
You got it, buddy.
All right.
All right. You take
So
care.
there you go. Then you just filled another page in that man's notebook. QAM, hello. QAM. QAM, hello. QAM. Hello.
Hey, Spick, what's up?
Hey, how you doing there, whatever you are?
Hey, I got a poll, and it's got your name all over it.
Mm-hmm.
When do I get to stick it in there?
Oh, man, just grease it up and bring it over. QAM, hello. Hello. This is like a dead line. Not even any heavy breathing. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. Hello.
Hello. I was calling about the Vincent Black Shadow.
Yes, tell us all about it. The motorcycle or the band?
Yes, it was a very good-looking bike. It was very fast and had very bad brakes. And that's
Okay,
about it.
apparently not bad enough because Lorenzo Lamas was able to ride one and not crash into a wall. And if he had crashed into a wall, I would have liked the motorcycle even more.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Good day.
Back at you. QAM, hello.
I would have liked the motorcycle
Hello.
more.
Stop listening to the radio, you goofball.
Good day.
See, now with the 30-second delay, in the olden days, 7 seconds, you could wait 7 seconds for the idiots to catch up with you. Now we have a 30-second delay. Can't, 30 seconds is an eternity on the radio scale. Chris knows already. 30 seconds, you could go downstairs, change a tire, go buy a box of smokes at the most convenient convenience store, go to the bathroom, the long version, and still get back in time. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. Hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, caller.
Hey, George, you need to stop
No.
going off on
No. QAM, hello. You need to stop calling radio shows without material. Hello.
Hello, George.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a long-time listener, occasional caller. I'm just wondering why is it you guys don't get a chance to play the good skits anymore?
Like
Condoleezza, Buffalo Bill.
Because the times have changed.
Times have changed.
I assume you live in this country and you follow the news and politics and the way things are, and Department of Homeland Security and FCC and how they've gone crazy. Are you up to date on that? That's why, sir.
The level of
and to compound things, to make things even worse, we have a fake lawyer working for the company who doesn't speak English. The only word that she knows in English is
no.
And so anytime that you ask her a question about, hey, can we play this or that, the answer is always no. And if and it doesn't really matter what it is, all right? I could say Cracker Jack, and she'll say no. Any word that you ask her about, she'll say no. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure.
All right, and so there you are. We wish that we could play the things that you want to hear. I wish, Neil wishes, Chris wishes. We wish that we could deliver the kind of show to the audience that the audience likes and that we know that the audience would like, but we're not allowed to, and that's it.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame.
Big shame.
Sorry.
You're doing a great show anyway.
I appreciate it. Bear with us. Maybe if we live long enough, we'll see the times change. The pendulum does swing. It just swings slow. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, can you play a...
No. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. Hello.
We were just following orders.
Yes. QAM, hello. Hello.
Yeah, can I speak with George?
No. QAM, hello. Hello.
George.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a sound that there's a guy that called you that I think he's the Pan Man. He goes Pan.
Opera Man.
Huh?
Opera Man.
That I think that's the most hilarious thing ever on the phone when he calls and does that.
Is that something that you want to hear? Is that a hint?
Can you play it? And also,
got your radio nearby? Can you make it to the radio in 30 seconds? What?
I'm right near. Is that sound on the website?
No.
On Neil's website?
No.
Oh.
No. Do you know why?
Why?
Because.
Pan, Greek god Pan, one half God, the other half man. Pan, Greek god Pan, one half God, the other half man. Oh!
Jesus Christ of Scientology. That's what they say Tom Cruise will be. Jesus Christ of Scientology. Forgive yourself for Mission Impossible 3. Jesus Christ of Scientology. Now will the gay rumors finally cease? Tom Cruise is Jesus Christ. Say it out loud, it doesn't sound right. Jesus Christ of Scientology.
12 till 1, 560 WQAM. Don't forget the Mad Dog. Jim Mandich, 2 till 4. Then it's the Power Hour. Hank and the Mad Dog. Hank by himself, 5 till 7. Ed Kaplan, 7 to 10. And then we got that canned radio, ESPN radio. Now, this Super Bowl talk, since everybody else is doing it, we don't have to, right?
Correct.
The game review. Underdog
Correct.
won.
No, the favorite one.
Oh, okay. It's not what they were saying on the news last night.
Well, then they were just...
They were wrong. What do they know? What do they know about
The
sports?
Colts, I believe, were favored by 6.5.
More than me, but less than Chris and anybody else on this radio station. Let me check that poll since I keep forgetting. I forget all about it. That's a bad habit. You should probably remind me. Josh knows all about it.
Okay.
He would forget to remind me, and so we would both forget to check in with the poll. I wish my spouse / partner / mate / significant other was rich. 135. Careful what you wish for. Just imagine your girlfriend won the lottery. All right, now your girlfriend is a millionaire. She's a millionaire. All right? How much money is she going to give you? Maybe she's not going to give you as much as you think you deserve.
Well, if it's only a
Resentment.
girlfriend.
Get it? Resentment. No, I'm talking about like hot and heavy. Going steady, serious. You've been exclusive.
I'm looking for that wedding
For a
ring.
year, yeah, something like that. Now she's a millionaire.
Buying
All of
that
a
wedding
sudden,
ring.
all of a sudden, you're like, I can do better than you. Little makeover, little boob job, little visit from what's their name, Stacy and Clinton, from What Not to Wear, nose job, little tuck and roll here and there. You follow? Careful what you wish for. Thinner, 71. Well, never mind. In existence, 58. Nicer, 45. Bisexual, 43. Younger, 35. Someone else is 28. Better endowed, 21. Employed, 16. Employed.
I think that's...
I hovered over that choice there for a while. Better looking, 15. Happier, 14. Dead, 13. Smarter, 12. Mute, 11. And be careful what you wish for that smarter thing, too, although stupidity is really hard to take. That's something. We'll talk about your dream girl here in a minute when I get to the end of this thing in about an hour. Mute, 11. A different ethnicity, 7. 4 each for heavier, and 3 feet tall with a flat head and no teeth. Famous, 2. Blind, 3. Another gender, 1. And none yet for deaf or dumber. I have known people that were deaf. Well, in my case, anyway, both of the couple, both parties were deaf. And the children could get away with murder, literally, if that's what they wanted to do. As it was, they were playing their music loud, they were raising all kinds of hell, and the parents didn't notice it. Think about what you could get away with if your partner was deaf. Nobody's complaining that the TV's too loud or anything like that.
I believe that's why I
talk about them
mentioned
behind their back. Right. Indeed. So what are you looking for in a girl? No smart-ass answers, please. We already know that joke. Obviously, you want an attractive girl.
Yeah.
And you want somebody
you
close to your age, preferably younger. You don't have to go
Correct.
into the stuff, the no need to say it kind of stuff. What else?
They don't have to be Einstein, but
I
they
understand.
do have to be
Have to be as a
semi-intelligent.
relative term because the only criteria that Chris really has is they have to be
That's
alive
like me,
and
exactly.
female.
Yeah, well, right now.
Right now, but we're going for your dream girl here, and then we'll scale back as necessary.
Redhead wouldn't hurt at all.
You like the redheads, do you?
Yes.
No problem there. Did you mention sense of humor or something?
Oh, of course. I mean,
Okay.
I'm a very sarcastic person, and
I can tell.
I like to, make bad
Jokes,
jokes, and
and
just
they
like
need
the
to be
rest
able
of us.
to take that.
And,
what about
and if they can give it back to me, just
IQ level? What?
they
kind of
have
like-
to be. I've said this so many times. It gets old talking to boobs. So you
Yeah.
have to be able to have a conversation. They're
That's what I
nice
was
to look
talking about.
at.
It's
but
kind of an endurance contest because we want to have sex with them, and the contest is, can we endure their company for the length of time that it takes to have sex with them? which is why we like sluts so much. We don't have to spend a lot of time. And even if they are stupid, that's okay because we didn't have to endure their stupid banter for a long time.
Exactly.
So that's important. Now, trust me, I bitch about the wife constantly, and I've mentioned this to her. It's like, damn, at least she's not smart. I mean, that wasn't a Freudian slip at all. At least she's not an idiot. I got a fax from Medina, one of my MySpace friends, a belly dancer, and saying, of course she's smart. She belly dances. Like, I didn't know that took intelligence. I thought it took a sense of rhythm and the ability to swivel your hips. But how you doing out there, Medina? Glad she's listening. Medina should know if she missed the show that I did after going down to see the belly dance superstars. I'm an instant tribal style fan. I like belly dancing in general. You're probably familiar with the typical general.
Yes,
you've seen it all. The little bustier top, bare midriff, and then either pantaloon type of genie pants or some kind of a skirt. That's the traditional kind of belly dancing. But then the tribal style, they have all kinds of tattoos, face jewelry, weird, crazy stuff in their head. Their outfit is completely different, and they also mix it up quite a bit. They dance to different styles of music. They incorporate different styles of music together, both different ethnicities, modern and old, etc., and so on. And then they also, use different dance forms along with the general belly dance and moves that you've seen. Really bizarre and interesting stuff, and a pleasure to see if you ever have a chance to see some tribal belly dancing. But it's all good. It's all good, Medina. Don't get me wrong. About the tribal, what's wrong? Special Egyptian style. Nothing is wrong. Nothing. QAM, hello. Hello. QAM, hello.
Hi.
Oh, what happened there? Wait. No, I hung up on him. Are you there? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I'm off speakerphone now. I apologize.
Don't worry. I got all excited. I did a double tap on the button. We have very sensitive buttons over
what
here.
Happened there.
The buttons bounce sometimes, or rather your finger bounces on the button. It's a horrible thing, especially when you're all nervous and shaking.
Excuse my ignorance, but are you asking for pole building suggestions today or not?
Oh, I wasn't asking specifically, but as always, if you think that we're leaving something out, then by all means we'll put it in there.
Okay, the only problem with my boyfriend is that he's too attached to his mom, so maybe you could put too attached to his or her mother.
We could word that because it has to finish the sentence. For example, I wish my spouse or maid or, in your case, boyfriend was not so attached to their mother, and that goes for males and females.
Right.
All right. You got
I'm sure there's a lot
in the
of men
case
that have that problem out there, too.
I know, it's just not to sound prejudicial over here, but is he Latin by chance?
No, not at all.
Okay,
because
because
Jewish, which is the same.
Oh, it's not very.
It's
the same concept. I don't understand
horrible. It's freaking horrible.
You know what?
I always told myself I would never get involved with someone.
If my mother wasn't the daughter of the devil, who knows what my life would have been like. But you're right. What is this thing with the Cuban guys, the Spanish guys, and the Jewish guys and mommy?
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Cut the apron strings already. It makes you look kind of fey.
What do you think of Irish guys?
Chris is hitting on you. Send a picture. We'll talk to you later, but we'll put her suggestion on the poll. Oh, trolling on the radio. You sounded like Stan Major there for a minute. 4 till 1 on all sexual harassment radio, 560 WQAM.
This is WQAM, and we love you.
First thing I said when my plane finally landed, glad to be home. Next thing I said to my best friend was, let's get us some. We drank some beer, hooked up with some babes. Seemed like life would finally be kind of sane. Then I got a letter of big surprise, something I could not believe. I had to go back to that place where they shooted me, leave all the comforts of home. A place where they enjoy killing each other, don't know if anything can be done. Their tour of duty is pretty
the Senate is the Republicans in the Senate are going to block. You know what's worse than a non-binding resolution? You know, than our Congress going through the motions and going through this big procedure that isn't going to amount to anything.
What?
The Republicans trying to block the procedure that isn't going to amount to anything. Oh boy. We're making some progress here by leaps and bounds. You know, the Americans, by 2-1, they take these polls all the time, and it always comes out the same thing. 2/3 of the American people want everyone that is an American home from Iraq right now, coming home on a flight later today. That's what they want. They don't want a timetable. They don't want an exit strategy that is accommodating to. They want the soldiers on a plane, now, right now. They're packing right now. That's the timetable, in hours. When can they be home? I want the number in hours. And so we had this election, and all these people, lost, and all these other people won based on their position about this war thing. And now we're accomplishing absolutely nothing. What a surprise. Which is why I'm going to bring that DVD in once I find it, Why We Fight. Because it doesn't have anything to do with one party or another. It has to do with this system, this fusion of several entities, powerful entities into one, that over-encompasses political parties and even nations. What?
Actually, it might be in the corner over there.
Look at that! What a sharp-eyed guy. Don't need glasses. So, you've got good eyesight. You're a smart guy. You are apt with computers. You know a lot about sports. We're trying to hook you up with some girls here. And considering that they're going to have to accept a guy that looks like Shrek who lives at home with his parents in Kendall, what sort of allowances are you going to make? Like, let's say the girl is heavy herself, a little bit heavy herself. Will you overlook that? That's something you can work on together, maybe?
Exactly.
Because you're on the road, on the straight and narrow, losing weight. It's always good to have someone that you can do that with. So you're willing to accept that. A little bit. Not the best face in the world. You're going to be okay with that?
Okay.
You're going to take it. You'll look. How's that?
Exactly.
So she doesn't have to be a beauty queen, I imagine.
Oh, definitely.
You're no Brad freaking Pitt. Not that any of us are, but I didn't always look like this. I had better hair before. And as a short guy with a very mediocre looking face, let me tell you, the hair was really important to me. The hair was a wonderful distraction. When you have a full head of hair, and I kept it relatively long, and it was, especially in the 70s, that was a great time for me, because I had a long feathered hair, like a David Cassidy kind of look, and it was really distraction. When you had all this hair blowing around, it was very distracting from the fact that the rest of you is kind of not much to look at. And you don't have a lot going there either, do you, now that we're talking about it? You're way young. Oh, well, it's going to happen to other people sooner or later anyway. So we've got that covered. She doesn't have to be a beauty queen, just as long as she isn't completely repulsive. Makes you want to puke on yourself.
Exactly.
Decent intelligence. Good enough sense of humor. I assume you're virile. You'll be able to knock her up if that's what she wants,
Yes.
All right. Sounds like, like we got it. We got it down. Send your resumes and photographs to Chris Whalen, care of WQAM, Roland International Building, 20295 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Miami, Florida.
That's the name of this place, Roland International
This is
Building?
the Roland International Building. Did you know?
No, I did not.
There you go. I like to pretend that Roland is an abbreviation for Rodriguez Land. QAM, hello. Hello.
George?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Fine. Better than you.
A great show today.
QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
George,
Uh-huh.
you never had a gay experience when you were a little boy? I mean, a young man?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And what about-
Obviously you have. Oh, you people make me ill.
So I want to hear something that might make you smile?
Please.
Carlos Beccari, obviously.
Yes.
The Rock?
We do.
Well, when Goldie used to do the Saturday shows at
I got a good CD from him. Like, almost every song on it was good. He called it New Rave. This is something that's going on now. Good stuff. Thank you, Carlos.
That's cool.
Anyway, what happened?
Well, Goldie would do the Saturday shows from Mikasuki, whatever, buffet and stuff.
Okay.
So Gilbert apparently would go there occasionally.
Who would?
Gilbert.
Yeah.
The chronic...
Yes, I know, yes. Yeah. Gilbert Solomon a bad person and a retarded person.
Yeah,
you
well,
know, you
he
can
would
be both
go
of those
there.
things. Just because you're really stupid, that doesn't mean that you're good or nice. You can be a stupid bad person like Gilbert is.
Exactly. So he would go to the live remote,
Mm-hmm.
and you know Carlos wasn't always doing the remotes. Other people were, and he just kind of ended up taking over. So
My Gilbert impersonation.
So one day Gilbert comes up there after having to be told to leave so many times.
Yeah.
And because I guess he would come up and talk during the show.
Yeah.
And like the guys on the air and he's talking.
And he doesn't breathe. I think he has a blowhole in the back of his neck like a whale, and he inhales through that.
Yeah, well, Carlos is already having a bad day.
Okay,
This is
good.
one of those days. Gilbert
Tell me
walks
he
up
hit
to him.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos, he wanted to, he's
Ooh.
telling me down the line,
Ooh.
but he told
Give
him,
me a
look,
dollar. I'll give you $20,
if you
Carlos.
ever step 5 feet to us again, I will come from behind this and beat the hell out of you.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'll do it in front of everybody. He said he's never seen anybody run so fast in his life.
Oh.
Gilbert never showed up except one other time about a month later with the rest of his family.
Mm-hmm.
And he said
I'll beat the
he
crap out of
never
them,
came
too.
within like 30
Yeah.
feet of them.
Gilbert, Mom, you people are responsible for this affliction. He's driving around.
I don't know if he's that.
I blame the
drive,
parents
but-
whenever because Gilbert, he's a retread, so it's his parents' fault. They could have taught him to be a nice person, but they didn't. QAM hello. QAM hello. That's our best call today. QAM hello. Hello.
If any harm.
QAM hello. Hello.
Hey, George, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad. Listen, you and speaking of powers and entities and forces and all that, I know you and Neil keep up on different groups and stuff. What is it like a commission that supposedly controls all the money and all the countries on the...
The Federal Reserve Bank?
Pardon me?
Well, that's our money commission.
No, isn't there like what's the not trilateral?
I don't know. I've heard that. The Trilateral Commission? I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe
Okay.
you might have to ask Neil that question. It sounds over my head.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. It's just they met recently somewhere like up in New York, and
The
there's
World Bank? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's okay. Well, sorry.
I'm just pulling names out of my ass. I got a whole phone book in there.
Jorge, thank you. Jorge,
No problem.
thank
Jorge,
you.
see, 23. See, Chris is doing his job right already. I forgot to put it because when I'm hosting the show, I like to leave it on CNN just in case something might be happening that we need to know about. But I forget to put it on Escándalo TV. Did you want me to see this woman on the left? Is that what you wanted me to?
Definitely.
What is it? Well, I know what it is. It's wicked. It's evil. QAM, hello.
Hi,
Hello.
guys. Great show.
What do you know?
Well, listen.
Who asked you anyway?
That's all true about Gilbert. Plus, he used to also pester the guests.
Yeah.
But that was way back when, like, Joe Rose. That was, like, around the
See,
time...
parents need to be responsible for their children. I guarantee you, my child will never bother you.
I'm talking about Gilbert.
I know, but I'm just saying his parents need to keep him on a short leash. They need to cut him off.
He's, like, 50.
I know, but he gets money from them. He doesn't work. His parents are loaded.
He can also be seen on a street corner nearby, loitering.
Nearby here?
In neighborhood.
Here?
In that same neighborhood near where that buffet was. That
Oh, okay. I'd love
But,
to run into Gilbert loitering in the middle of the parking lot.
Anyhow, great show. I'm your official Vanna White age corrector, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much, because we try to be accurate on this show. Not that we always are.
Yeah, I was that guy that Neil didn't like. I don't know why. But anyway,
Well, don't worry about it. We'll all get over it. Thanks for the tip. QAM, hello.
I'm voting for the tapes.
QAM, hello.
Hi, this is
QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah. What's the
Hey,
ratio?
how you doing?
4 out of 5 today? Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Man, what's that guy's problem with Gilbert? Leave him alone. His parents should just keep him under control.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not leave Gilbert alone. Gilbert needs to leave everyone else alone. You see. There are lots of people that are mentally deficient in this town, and they're not bothering other people.
I know.
All right?
It-
Gilbert
you know?
needs to leave the rest of the world alone, starting with us.
Well, do you have his home number? Is there a place we can go and just
No.
beat him like a bum?
I don't have his home number.
Hey, I went thrifting this weekend and I found a couple albums that maybe you might like. Do you like Yazoo?
You like it?
Yeah, but I have as much Yaz as I would like to have.
Yeah, but
Did you say Yazoo or Jazoo?
Yazoo, when they were Yazoo. The one with it's like navy color with a big stereo phone on it. The original, the first one. That one.
This one here?
Excellent. Excellent. I got it.
You know it.
How about Kano?
You know, I thought all my life I thought that was a really fey guy, and it turned out to be a really butch girl.
I didn't hear you.
I know, I had Yaz crank. I thought it was a gay guy, the lead singer of Yazoo. I thought it was a very feminine guy, and it turns out to be a very masculine girl.
Right, but the guy from Yazoo isn't he the singer for Erasure now?
I don't know.
I think so.
All
I think so. The original guy that sang Yaz, that Situation song you're singing,
right?
But it plays for Erasure.
Somebody will know. Somebody will call in and tell us the whole Erasure Yaz story.
Yes, they will.
And now Yaz has a new birth control pill. Have you seen those ads?
Who?
On TV, they have ads for a new birth control pill called Yaz. You haven't seen it? It cracks me up every time it's on. Hey, have you heard about Yaz? And I'm thinking, yeah, man, I used to dance to that stuff in the 80s.
Yeah, I know. The one that I like better is the Ova ring or the Nuva ring or the.
There you go.
Yeah, 3 days later, and you're still popping it out. Thanks, Jorge.
Nice talk up. He hit that post. Did you hear that? You're hired, sir. And we're late for the break, but when we come back, because one of the ads worked on me, one of those ads that we get inflicted with all the time, Relicor. You need Relicor. You know, it struck me as funny, that ad, so I would run around the house telling everyone, the dog, the kids, hey, you need Relicor. That would be my answer to anything. It's like, you all right? No, but you need Relicor. And so I'm at the drugstore, and what do they have right there by the counter at the impulse section? There's the Relicor. See, the ad that got to me was the PM kind. It helps you sleep, relieves stress. That sounds good. Whether or not it helps me with my belly fat, I don't care if it relieves stress and helps me sleep because I get all keyed up at night. It's like just a lot of vitamin C and like lemon. It's all natural ingredients. You're not going to get a buzz off. There's only one all-natural ingredient that you can catch a buzz off. Well, and that and opium. Like I said, there's lots of all-natural ingredients that you get a buzz off of, but Relicor ain't one of them. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that I can't stop farting today. You ever take mega doses of vitamin C?
Yes.
Well, then you know. 1:15 on all Farting Up a Windstorm Radio, 560 QAM.
Welcome to your audio tutorial of how to be a general manager. We begin with Lesson 1. Talking out both sides of your mouth. Right side.
Ho, ho! Great show, George. Lively and fun. Ho, ho, that's the kind of radio I want to hear.
Wrong side.
Stick with sports, you silly little Cuban bastard. I'd like to rip out your throat.
Right side.
Anything you need, George, just ask. Ho, 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 ho. I got your back, fella. Ho, 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 ho.
Wrong side.
I wouldn't give you to sweat off my seersucker underwear, you anti-sports anarchist.
Right side.
George, I can assure you we're doing everything we possibly can to make sure you're paid on time.
Wrong side.
You'll get paid when we're damn well ready, punk. You actually think we made all this money by paying our bills?
Right side.
I just love your work, George. You'll have a job with us as long as you like. One big happy family here. Why, I might even promote your summer show.
Wrong side.
Fat chance that'll happen, you sports-hating spick.
Unless you gay up and talk sports.
When that deal leaves, I'll throw your tatted chest right out the window.
Lesson 2. How to eat sushi without smelling your fingers.
Well, you use the chopsticks, I imagine. So this is a funny, weird psychic thing. You've got the names of the people, but during the break, because Miguel heard that phone call, he came in and goes, they can't be the same person because the Yaz chick is a chick. You were just telling the guy, you idiot. The guy from Yaz is a chick. So it can't be the same lead singer as Erasure, which is obviously a very gay guy. And then Miguel says, and this is funny, well, it was to us anyway because we were right here, the name Andy rings a bell. And the guy's name is?
Andy Bell.
How do you like that? So, way to go, Miguel. And the chick's name from Yaz is?
Allison Moyet,
okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And she's very scary looking, or was.
You know, Here's Always, which is the song that most people recognize when they think about Erasure, but I don't like it. Yeah, I kind of don't like... It's not a bad song, but it just doesn't do a whole lot for me. Here, I'll just play enough of it so that people can recognize what it is.
Open your eyes.
right, that's it. No, wait, I want this. I want that. This is what I like from Erasure. This is their one song that I like a lot. And yeah, they're gay, but so what? As Miguel, it was the Gadies. And we got tired of keeping track of who the guys were and who the girls were because everybody was wearing freaking makeup. And we had a scorecard for a while there, and then finally you just said F it and pitched it. Like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to listen to the music, and I'm not going to try to keep track of who is what. Especially when you're talking about, like, missing persons. You got, remember, missing persons, Dale is the chick and Terry is the guy. It's not what you think. It's the opposite of what you think. Dale Bozzio is the chick, and Terry Bozzio is the guy, drummer, husband, all right? And it's hard to tell because when you see the drummer back there with the hair and the makeup, you're thinking, that's a Terry? Oh, that's a chick. Guess what? We just stopped guessing after a while. You know what? I'm just tired of being wrong, so I'm not going to guess anymore. And I'm going to pause that. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hey, George.
How you doing?
I had a song, it's kind of beatboxy, you might remember it from back in the days, like boom, boom, pan, creek up, pan, one half go, the other half man, tell him pan, creek up, pan, tell him one half go, the other half man, oh!
That's incredible. So now Opera Man is getting covered. We've got various versions of the Pan song now. Opera Man, you should be touched in the head with a stick. QAM, hello.
Hello, George.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hello. This is fun. We could do this all day. Kills time.
Hey, George.
Hi.
I wanted to let you know that Jazz was a two-band member.
Right. That much we know. It had a chick that looked like a guy, not a guy that looked like a chick.
Yeah.
And then some other thing guy.
There was the brains behind Jazz was a guy.
Okay.
So there was a keyboard guy, and that's the one that when they split up moved into Erasure.
Oh, the keyboard guy.
Yeah.
So the guy did have the previous caller did have something going on there.
Yeah, he pretty much Jazz was a two-member band. You know, the girl
Jazz was
singer
Alison Moyet and Vince
Yeah.
Clark.
Vince
So the
what?
guys-
Vince
they
Clark.
split up.
Okay.
He then joined up with Andy Bell to create Erasure.
There you go. And he's
Wow.
the brains. He's the brains behind Erasure because he
Okay.
creates music, lyrics, everything, you know, and then
I
we
got
know
it.
the singer.
All right.
All right.
Now we're up to date.
There you go.
Thank you
Great
so much.
show,
Well, nobody asked you. Who said this wasn't an educational show? QAM, hello.
Good
Hello.
afternoon, George.
How are you?
Not bad at all. Tell you what, I like these music shows because I recently got sucked into getting one of those HD units,
Okay.
and on the Power 96 on one of their second channels,
Mm-hmm.
they run QAM.
Do they now?
Yes, they do.
Huh. Now,
Power 96 HD3 is 560 QAM simulcast.
tell me, does it come in stereo? Well, you know
No.
what? No, it doesn't because we don't feed in stereo. Our boards here mono everything out. We have mono on our boards here.
No, it doesn't feed it in stereo, but it's still nice and clean.
Great.
And that's the one thing they've seemed to, the Beasleys, because I go on the website and check
Mhm.
out who's all carrying it, and the Beasleys seem to be heavily invested in this. I'm going to live a little bit too far from QAM to hear the AM HD.
Yeah, is this George Corso?
No.
Miguel, run out in the hall and see if George is on the phone right now.
No, I'm in Deerfield.
No problem. We're just messing with you, man.
Oh,
No,
it's all good,
I think
man.
this was supposed to be the wave of the future a long time ago, and nobody seemed to really get into it. It has a great deal of potential, if you ask me. Personally, and not just because we're on AM radio, but us old-timers have fond memories of AM radio and don't want to see the band just die or become, this just Haitian melodies and sports talk.
Oh, well, that's all. The Beasleys are invested heavily in that, too.
yeah, I
which
know.
is not necessarily a good thing.
But, we learned a lot about music. We used to listen to a lot of music on AM, as you know. You sound like you're an older guy like me.
38.
Old enough
Yep.
to remember that they used to play music on AM radio.
Old enough to remember QAM as a top 40 station.
That's right.
So the
Me
late
too.
70s, and then they went to country and western, and then they went to hell. Then you guys came on, and now there's maybe a little bit of
A
hope.
little bit. While supplies last.
There you go. Well, I just wanted to let you know that HD thing on the FM side
Beautiful.
is awesome.
Great.
All right, you have a good afternoon.
So that's inspiring that we have one person out there listening to the music that we play, and he can hear it in good quality. That's inspirational. I might be inspired to do more music shows, even though Josh Darrow hates that stuff. I was amazed that he actually had an opinion about the kind of show that I do, other than it's not sports, therefore it sucks. He still has that opinion. You understand? But once again, I counter with, look, The object is to keep the numbers up while Neil is gone. 127 on 560 WQAM. Oh, that was the Michael Jackson Muslim call to prayer, in case you were wondering what that was. It's one of those bits that they want you to set up, but we don't do that on this show. We don't set bits up. We'll just come on afterwards and explain it. By the way, thank you, Ebullient Guy. First he sends me an email, ripping me and taking shots from his wife's email account, I guess. And then he writes another one to correct us and share some trivia. It's Bozio. I knew that, but I forgot it was a long time ago. Dale and Terry Bozio. Not Bozio. It's just one of those things.
Sure.
I guess I'm going to be on the odds with them now. And yes, I do know, because he said that Terry Bozio played in several incarnations of the Zappa bands, correct? Yes, I do know that. Ebullient Guy, and I guess keep the emails coming for what it's worth. I don't know. Now that Neil doesn't like him and he hangs up on him on the phone, he's going to start emailing now that he's discovered what my address is. Whatever. QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Fine.
You were talking earlier about Windows Vista?
Yeah, I wanted to know what's it all about? Why is it important? Why should I bother getting it? Why is it better? Why is it necessary?
Well, this weekend I went and bought a laptop, and it had the Windows Vista.
Were you at a strip club?
Unfortunately not.
Right.
And
okay.
I got it, and it had the Windows Vista Home Premium Edition.
Okay.
And it was the first time I get to use a Windows-based computer because I've always been a fan of Macintosh.
Okay.
And it's pretty good. It's like it's almost like using a Mac almost. Well, Bill Gates had found a way to copy.
Well, that's what it was. That's what Windows was in the first place.
Right. Exactly. But now they've done like real cool
with
stuff.
A 2-button mouse.
That you touch this thing now, and all windows come up like in 3-dimensional, and it's pretty cool. And it's after you get the countertops of the HP model, you know what I'm saying? That you were saying that.
Yeah.
I went to buy it at Best Buy, and previously when I've gone to Best Buy, they, I was only doing window shopping, just looking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I decided to buy, and they were like, the salespeople were like, maybe it was a bad day, it was a Saturday, I want to buy, and they wouldn't come.
No.
When you don't want to buy, it's
no
like,
more. I don't know when that used to be. I remember that vaguely. Long ago, Best Buy had some customer service, but that's how they keep their prices low. Is they don't pay anybody.
Right.
It used to be they don't pay anybody. They don't pay for competent help. Now they just don't pay for help at all.
Right.
You're right, but whatever. I still like them. I still got my Rewards Club card.
Right. And it's funny because when you were like saying that HP was a piece of junk and all this.
Yeah, well, they're not what they used to be. That's what I was saying.
Right.
And the customer service is gone, and the phone tech support is gone. It's in India, and they're not going to tell you anything anyway. They're going to refer you to a paid service.
Right. And it's funny because when you're there at Best Buy, there's a guy with a real nice shirt that says HP. Can I help you? This and that. After you buy it, it's like, hey, good
right.
luck.
Well, good luck to you.
All right, George.
Thanks a lot. Maybe somebody has Vista that is a Windows user. That's what we'd like to hear from. In other words, an experienced Windows XP user. Now they have Vista, and they can say, well, here, the only difference is da-da-da-da-da. That's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah, well, apparently it's aimed at trying to make it Apple OS-like.
Oh. Okay. Well, then. I'll just be rushing right out to get it. You know how Real Player has the little trivia box, the little changing window of trivia, and I just had it set here on the Yaz. I didn't know this. I had to play. I don't like all the Yaz songs. They have a song called "Only You," which is just a horrible piece of trash, and I don't have it here. Somehow, even though it was a hit of theirs, I don't have it.
Is that bad?
It's bad, but I used to have to play it when I was a DJ. It's horrible. It's a synth pop, but it's just a synth pop ballad. They actually wrote it for Depeche Mode, and Depeche Mode rejected it, so they recorded it themselves and had their biggest adult contemporary charted hit with it. How do you like that for a little trivia? Since for some reason we're all over Yaz and Gady's bands today. QAM, hello.
Has Chris heard the...
QAM, hello. QAM, hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
George.
Caller.
How you doing, buddy?
Fine.
Really love your show.
What do you know?
Hey, I wanted to call on Friday and actually ask Neil this, but I'm sure you can answer. On the 1 to 2 o'clock rejoin that you can hear Pharrell and then it sounds like Phil, is that Phil doing that for you guys?
I'm not sure the one you're talking about.
The one that comes on, this is Pharrell, the 1 to 2, then it sounds like Phil all of a sudden.
I'm looking.
1 to 2 hour rejoin.
I know. We have a million 1 to 2 hour rejoins.
I know. Pharrell. Look under
I'm
Pharrell.
looking. No kidding.
Come on, let's go. I got
Sorry,
things to do.
I don't have it here.
You don't have
But
it.
it's whatever it is. If it's a Pharrell 1 to 2 hour, it's Boca Brian impersonating Pharrell. That's what it is.
Well, it's
like that.
Yeah.
Boca Brian.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, George.
You're welcome. QAM, hello.
George?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I didn't hear you say hello. I heard a static for a second. Anyhow, I used to be a 70s and 80s DJ. I used to perform at a lot of the clubs and back in Philly and back in New York. And
why does Yaz bring them all out of the woodwork then?
Yaz did this song "Situation," which was probably one of their favorite, one of their popular songs that they did. Erasure also had a song called "Gimme, Gimme, Gimme" of "Man After Midnight," maybe
a remake of the ABBA tune.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Which was that situation right there. That's a great song. Great
yes,
song.
Yes, it is.
The singer, her name I believe was Marlila, with some French last name.
We got it.
Oh, you got that already?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. But
Chris wrote it down. What is it, Chris?
The same girl, though. That same girl.
Alison Moyer.
Moyer.
Allison Moyer.
Alison Moyer. That's it. Well, she was the best friends with the girl. There was a Canadian band out there back in the early 80s called Lime, L-I-M-E. And they sang the song, "Oh, Babe, We're Gonna Love Tonight."
L-Y-M-E?
L-I-M-E. L-I-M-E.
Got
Lime.
it.
They were very, very popular back in the early 80s.
And they did a song called what?
"Baby, We're Gonna Love Tonight." That's it.
How do you like that?
Oh, my God, you're so
bands
fast.
I never heard of in here.
Well, the same girl that's singing with this guy.
This is like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Go ahead.
Sang with Yaz.
All right.
And you'll hear her voice in a couple of minutes after during the after the
We
intro.
got nothing but time.
Well, that was one of them also. And then also, if I can get my Claudia Barry.
Who?
Which was also very popular down, I guess, in the club.
Is that a band, a group, a person?
No, it was a girl, and she sang a song called "Boogie Woogie Dancing Shoes."
Never heard of it.
Which was also a great
Must have been a local hit.
Her name is Claudia. She was on Christmas Records.
Nope. Not in my collection.
Not in your collection at all.
Not a charted national hit.
Oh, God.
Not in the top 40, anyway.
Well, anyhow, then there was the band, of course. Well, here. You'll hear it in a second. You'll hear her voice.
I got to let this go further?
Just in a second. After the guy does his lead, then you're going to hear her. The same voice. You'll hear her.
Is it coming up?
Right after this part. Right after
we don't have time for this. We'll listen to it during a break. QAM, hello. That was going on a little bit longer than I wanted it to. QAM.
Hey, Alison Moyer had a great mid-'80s thing called Invisible.
Like
Wasn't a very big hit, but it was
solo?
a terrific song. Invisible, Alison Moyer.
Was it like a hit thing?
It was like a mid-chart record. I mean, I was playing radio disc jockey back then, and we played it, and I thought it was a terrific song.
Must have been on the dance charts.
On.
Did not come up in my pop collection here.
It was on Columbia, as I recall.
Oh, wow.
It's a great tune. If you like Alison Moyer's singing, you would like that song.
That's all I like about her.
Keep up the great work, buddy.
Thanks a lot. Here's some facts as well. We just back into music all the time here on this show. Hope you don't mind, Chris, that we degenerate into musical conversations here on the show, but also TV and movies too. And used to talk about sex, but
It's all good.
The FCC's, the Republicans, decided that nobody has it, should have it, except for them, and under no circumstances are we allowed to talk about it on the airwaves.
Well, yesterday would be the, like, kind of, I guess, the 3-year anniversary almost of all the problems.
Yes. Which I don't know what Janet Jackson's nipple has to do with freedom of speech and the language that we use on the air, but apparently, they seized upon that opportunity. I blame her. At least, if one nipple was going to bring freedom of speech down in America, why couldn't it have been somebody like Jessica Biel, Scarlett Johansson? Why not an exciting nipple, a wonderful nipple that you might want to see? No offense, Janet. No, I'll look at the other one whenever you feel like sharing that with us. We have a suggestion for the poll from Brian. How about hornier? Where are our heads? See, I didn't think of that one because that's something that I don't have to complain about. Don't swivel too far sideways in your seat, Chris. 18 till 2 on 560 QAM.
Now a reading from the book of Joshua, Tree, side 1, track 2. And Bono spake unto the edge, Yea, though I have run, I have crawled, yea, though I have scaled these city walls, only to be with thee.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Thus endeth the Eucharist. Go thee now, walk away, I will follow.
I printed up a bunch of news stories just to talk about, not necessarily read, and we never did get a chance to get to any of them because of all this music business that we wound up talking about. That's fine. Got an informative facts here. It says, George, I know you're not a big Prince fan. And you know what? That's really accurate. Not a big Prince fan. I liked a couple of his songs. What was that really gay one? I know. Can I be more specific? His first one, I Want to Be Your Lover. Do you remember that? I want to be your lover. Sounded like Michael Jackson. The video was him like in a loincloth. Very keep your clothes on, Prince. Like remember D'Angelo? Here I go tangenting. They had the video on every 5 minutes on all the music channels, and it was his torso slowly rotating. It was D'Angelo and his torso slowly rotating, which I know that does it for a lot of women and and some guys too. But good God Almighty, put a shirt on. Yeah. Why don't they have a channel for all that? For chicks, for gay guys, and have all these male torsos slowly rotating all day long.
Oxygen?
No, surprisingly. Have you ever actually watched Oxygen? They'll show boobs on there.
They will?
Oh, yeah. See, I'm married, so I got the wife putting it on the old O channel, the Oxygen there. You'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of the shows on there are all about how men suck. Yeah, we know. We rape and, we knock women up and then leave. That's how it happens. We knocked you up. I did that on purpose, and then I just got the hell out of there. Long series of movies like that, but you'd be surprised what they'll show there. So here's a fact. Not a big fan of Prince. Yeah, I like some stuff. He bugs me. And I did know some of this, but not all of it, so I'll read it. Read this to find out who The Time really was. The Time, in the 1981 debut album, the album consists of 6 tracks in the funk, pop, or ballad genre, although the band's lineup is listed on the picture of the cover. The album was essentially written and performed by Prince. Did you know that, Chris? With Morris Day.
That I did not know.
Replacing Prince's lead vocals. Indeed, Prince's backing vocals can be heard clearly on several tracks. All tracks were written by Prince as Jamie Starr, except for Cool, which was co-written with Des Dickerson, and nobody ever heard of. The album was produced and arranged by Jamie Starr, which, of course, is Prince's many pseudonyms. Jungle Love, one moment, please, is a song from the Time's third album, Ice Cream Castle. The track was one of the first songs recorded for the album, being cut in late March 1983 during Prince's 1999 tour. Jungle Love was also one of the first The Time tracks to involve other members of the band in the creation of the song. Morris Day and Jesse Johnson both contributed to the writing of the song. Day provided lead vocals and Johnson played guitar in the recording. Prince played all the other instruments. See, I knew this. Just from when Prince was big and he was on TV and all over the place. They talked about, and they had an interview with Morris Day, who explained that he and Prince were school chums and grew up together and were friends. And so that's why you would see Morris Day in The Time opening up for Prince, and that's why he was in the movie, and they were the evil band and stuff, even though I thought they were great in the movie. So there you go. And as far as Prince's songwriting ability, he has written a lot of songs for a lot of other people. I think that Manic Monday that he wrote for the Bengals. See, there's a deal. You wonder, how does he get all that action? He writes a song for the girl, and that's his entry ticket.
That's how he woos them?
It works. See, talentless bands like the Bengals, they really need somebody to give them a hit song. And so he probably could have had all of them, although he has good taste. He took the one good-looking one. Was there other good-looking Bengal besides Susanna Hoffs? I don't recall.
They weren't anything wonderful. They weren't bad for back then.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Go-Go's. And, Belinda Carlisle, everybody gave her the credit, but I like the drummer, Gina Schock. Nobody ever noticed her because she was in the background, but she was the cutest one. Anyway, so there you go. Wonderful stuff. Morris Day, Black Man with Freckles.
You do have 23 on, correct?
I do have 23 on, and we have the Dancing Girls, and I'm being totally distracted.
I'm sorry.
Life is great. The Faxer also goes on to say, check out Prince Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, blah, blah, blah. And you should really see the halftime show, if for nothing else, to see him doing one-handed fret runs, even in, here it is. Prince kind of skis me out. He doesn't have to. He chooses to. Remember that performance with the yellow assless pants and things like that? Now, he has bagged a lot of babes. So I'm not going to accuse him of being gay. But what's with those outfits?
Maybe he goes both
They
ways.
make you ill. It's like, stop with the outfits and the hair and the purple spandex and cut the crap. I would really appreciate him a lot more if he wouldn't do that. I'm trying to think of what other songs he wrote. Oh, yeah, he wrote songs for all those babes, I think. The Sheila E., that Glamorous Life songs, he wrote that. Sheena Easton. Sugar Walls. Can we even say that on the air anymore?
I guess we'll find out.
I guess Sheena Easton went to him with a dilemma. Hi, Jen, how are you? She just showed me my favorite part. And I'm not even going to tell you what it was. Sheena Easton, that morning train business. My baby takes the morning train. I guess she went to Prince and said, look, I got this good girl attitude. I need help shaking it. And Prince said, okay, I'll have sex with you and write you a filthy song. And you know what? It worked. 8 till 2 on 560 QAM.
The next episode of Inside UA.
Gentlemen, welcome. As your consultant, I called this meeting to help bring our overall ratings down to a more manageable 1.2. Now, excuse me, there seems to be something moving in my pan. Maddie, what are you doing in my pan?
Thanks, Greg. It's dark and smelly in there.
Here, let me take you out and place you on this table.
Thanks. Can I play with your ashtray?
Oh, fine. Now, Bruce Beasley is here all the way from Fort Myers to extol his radio wisdom upon us. You have the floor, Bruce.
Why, thank you, Mr. Reed.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
As you know, our goal is to achieve nothing by narrowcasting only sport. Now, there ain't much we can do about that Neil Rogers, since his show is the one that enables us to broadcast anything at all. But that short little old Cuban feller, George, well, he ain't no Neil Rogers. Now, despite his consistently high ratings, he's got to go. Now, everything we've tried up till now hasn't worked. So I propose that when Neil has his days off, we use this contraption I brought along with me here. It's called a wax cylinder machine. A friend of mine, Mr. Haney, invented it a few years back. Now, what we've done here is made a 4-hour-long cylinder loop that's guaranteed to drive most of the audience away. Now, what you do is you turn this here crank handle here, see? And there you go. Better than the tape, don't you, Ben? Yes. Sure, he's funny. No, don't turn it up. Let it go. I can see the numbers falling now.